watching the Yes Network, the home of champions.
A beautiful New England postcard evening was ruined last night when the Yankees came out with a Boston tee-off party, scoring 5 early and giving David Wells all the advantage he needed. The tenseness of the previous weekend was suddenly replaced by broad smiles. Tonight, Jeff Weaver will look to put some distance between the Yankees and the Red Sox while not bowing to pressure. Yankees-Red Sox next on Yes. Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. And tonight, the first place New York Yankees take on their arch rivals, the second place Boston Red Sox, in the middle game of a 3-game set. The 37-foot-high green monster for years had a screen up here. And in that screen, Bucky Dent's home run ball landed in 1978.
Hit high in the air to left field. Going to the corner, Yastrzemski. It's on the wall in left. Now the Yankee dugout.
The screen is gone now. The best seats in Boston are up here. Forget about the Boston Pops. Forget about the Fleet Center. This is the place to be. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball. Along with Jim Cott, I'm Michael Kay. They're $50 a pop up here, 280 of them. And you know what? Well worth the price.
Well, and they went in a hurry. Fans lined up last March to buy these seats. They went in about an hour and a half. Next year, they'll double in price. It is a great and well-done place to watch baseball.
You know what's sad, though? The people that paid $50 for last night's game, they didn't even get a chance to sit down. The Yankees had 5 runs.
And they didn't hit the ball particularly hard, but they capitalized on Raul Mondesi's bases-loaded triple. Got him a 5 spot in the first inning. Coming off their poor homestand, they really needed that.
And David Wells didn't have great stuff right away, but he made it hold up.
And David Wells has not pitched particularly well in Fenway Park, but now his record is even. He's won 5 straight games here, and he and Mondesi were the keys to the win last night.
Well, let's take a look now at tonight's pitching matchup, brought to you by Infiniti, makers of innovative, high-performance premium vehicles.
Jeff Weaver, the right-hander for the Yankees, will pitch. He's done a good job of keeping it in the ballpark. And Bruce Chen will replace Pedro Martinez. He makes his first start for Boston.
You know, Boston fans would much rather have had Pedro, but they get Bruce Chen. We're going to get back to the booth, give you a good call from there. So when we get back, we'll give you the lineups in the first pitch. All of that coming up next, right here on Yes.
Jack says he can bring more food.
We got plenty of food.
Says he can bring more ice.
All set there, too.
Says he can bring more mics.
Tell him, mi casa es su casa.
No matter what you're up to, a hard mic's is good to find.
Mind if I use your grill?
Sure.
It's long distance.
No problem.
What is it that you're looking at? What's out there on the horizon that intrigues you so? What do you see that others can't? Business has always been about looking forward. That's why people with vision succeed. At Fleet, we see the potential you see. And we understand that it often takes more than just funding to realize that potential. So we take a different approach. One that's built on experienced people who understand your business. One that's committed to providing new ideas and innovative solutions. Use that vision of yours to take a good look at Fleet. You'll see more than a lender. You'll see an ally.
New York Yankees baseball is brought to you in part by Continental Airlines, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. And by Mini, let's break routines, but let's not make a routine of it. Let's motor. The Green Monster seats are jammed again. As we mentioned, 280 of them and several standing rooms, and they brought $1 million into the bottom line for the Red Sox this year. Red Sox have taken the field. Emergency starter Bruce Chen taking his warms. Here's the Yankee lineup he'll face. Soriano leads off. He'll play second base, has a 5-game hitting streak. The shortstop Derek Jeter will bat second, batting third, and playing first base Jason Giambi. The center fielder is Bernie Williams. He'll bat cleanup. Batting fifth and playing left field, Hideki Matsui. Jorge Posada will catch. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh and playing right field, Raul Mondesi. Last night, 2 for 5. The bases clearing triple in the first inning. Good for 3 runs batted in. Todd Zeal, the third baseman, bats eighth. Batting ninth and DHing Bubba Trammell.
And instead of facing Pedro Martinez, they'll face 25-year-old Bruce Chen. This is his first start as a member of the Red Sox. He's pitched some in relief. He's been with Houston earlier in the year, and those are his total stats. Let's check out the scouting report on him. It is his 7th chance. Started with the Braves. He's pitched some with the Mets. This is his 7th organization because he is another lefty. If you're 25 years old, left-handed with a decent arm, you're going to get a lot of chances. And he's still just 25 years old. He has an excellent changeup.
A reminder, everybody, Yankee baseball is broadcast in Spanish. It's available by hitting the SAP button on your television. Soriano digs in. Chen is ready, and Chen deals. That one's hit deep to left field. Going back, Ramirez looking up. See ya! Home run up the light tower over the green monster. A leadoff shot for Soriano, and the Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, a rude welcome for Bruce Chen. His first pitch as a starter in Fenway Park. And last night, Soriano jumped on the first pitch for a single. Tonight he gets a little more air under it and hits it up there in those new monster seats. And a quick 1-0 lead.
And that's Soriano's 13th career leadoff home run. Pitch to Jeter is low, and it's his 5th this season. That was a monster way to start off the game. The Yankee record is 24 leadoff home runs. The Major League record is 80, both held by Ricky Henderson. Hit sharply left side, past the diving Garciaparra into left field. So just like last night, Soriano and Jeter reach.
First baseman, number 25, Jason.
That's Grady, the Boston manager, Grady Little, and he said, because this is Chen's first start, he had hoped to get 3-4 effective innings out of him, and then the Yankees would see their ex-teammate Ramiro Mendoza in the middle of the game. Chen has just pitched some in relief. This is his first start.
Pitch to Giambi is a strike. Chen did not have much notice that he was going to start. Everybody came to the ballpark thinking it was Pedro Martinez. In fact, he was in the clubhouse before the game, and John Heyman, a columnist for Newsday, went up to Chen and said, well, what do you think about starting? He said, I'm not starting.
You know, and sometimes that'll relax you. When you don't think you're going to pitch, and all of a sudden you say, well, you know, they don't expect that much of me, and you go out and relax and pitch rather well.
According to John, he didn't look that relaxed when John told him he was starting. And he didn't believe Heyman, and Heyman said, well, look at the lineup card. It's up there. He said, well, I am. And he got up, walked over. Look, he said, I guess I am starting. So the communication there in the Red Sox clubhouse wasn't perfect because the media knew about it before Chen did.
And the word on Pedro Martinez, who was scheduled to start, you know, he had a little bit of a groin injury, but that didn't seem to be a problem. But throwing in the outfield 2 days ago, he felt a knot down. It's kind of in the lower back around the rib cage. It's called the lat muscle, latissimus dorsi.
Grounded foul.
He is getting an MRI just to see if it's anything more serious than that.
I guess it makes sense to scratch him in this game. It is only May 20th, and you need Pedro Martinez here the whole year, but the Red Sox were definitely counting on him to pitch this game. This was a matchup they thought favored them. Martinez over anybody.
Sure, well, and they really protect him, and it's amazing. Last year he pitched 199 innings and won 20 games. And he started a lot of games with 5 days rest, so you know, they figure every time he goes out there they have a good chance to win, and they want to make sure he's 100%.
And the 1-2. Nub slowly, third base side, but foul. And that was one of the reasons they were somewhat reluctant to pick up the option on his contract for next year, which comes in at $17.5 million. They wanted to wait till the end of the season to see if physically he was going to hold up. But he started to threaten, if you don't pick it up now, I'm not going to sign a long-term contract. You have no chance. And so they ended up picking it up. And now they cross their fingers that he's okay health-wise. He's had some shoulder problems over the years. Runner goes. Pitches outside. The throw to second is not nearly in time. Gets into center field. And Jeter hustles and goes to third.
Tough start for the Red Sox. The pitch just a bit outside. Varitek never gets himself squared up to throw because Jeter had such a big jump. And after the ball gets into center field, nobody got leather on it. Jeter hops into third easily.
And the pitch to Giambi is laced to right field. Nixon is there. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Jeter. Here's the throw, not nearly in time. So Jeter scores a sac fly for Giambi, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead.
A productive at-bat for Jason Giambi, a productive out. Let's see how Chen went at him. Curveball in for a strike. Another one. Way upstairs. Pull foul. And another foul ball. This is the one that Jeter steals on. Pretty good pitch, but a little low, and then that's drilled to right field for a sacrifice fly, capitalizing on Jeter's first stolen base.
Bernie Williams fouls it off. Bernie has dipped under 300 for the first time this year. 299. He's 3 for his last 20. His left knee has been bothering him for about 2.5 weeks. Have you noticed on Jeter's first stolen base, he went in feet first. He said he's going to be doing that for a while, but he promises he's going to return to the head first slide. He feels more comfortable doing that and thinks that you can get to the base quicker.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was asked when he returned in a press conference, studies have shown you don't get to the base quicker. He said, I don't believe it.
I wish he'd talked to Lou Brock and Joe Morgan.
But what if Ricky Henderson butts in?
Yeah, he's the all-time greatest. I guess you get two opinions, but, you know, boy, I hate to see him go back to head first. There's just so many bad things that can happen. I don't know for sure that you get there head first versus feet first. Lou Brock was a master at waiting to the last minute and doing that quick pop-up slide, which also puts you in better position to advance to the next base if there's an overthrow or anything.
Lou Brock, of course, the all-time stolen base leader before that record was broken by Ricky Henderson. Spent his entire career with the St. Louis Cardinals, but he actually started in the minor leagues with the Cubs, one of the worst major league trades of all time. Lou Brock for Ernie Broglio. And the count is full at 3-2.
That's the changeup, and Bruce Chen, not an overpowering pitcher. You know, decent fastball, decent breaking ball, but he gets right-hand hitters out if he gets them out with his changeup. That's what he threw Bernie there.
Got him there with the changeup, two-way.
Tonight's pitchers pretty basic: fastball, curveball, and changeup. There's the two-seam fastball. Sometimes guys will use it around the other way across the seam, the narrow seam. That gives it a little more movement. There's one of many changeup grips where you get the ball jammed in your hand, throw it with the same arm speed as a fastball. And the curveball you saw there, you just grip it a little off center. The more you turn the ball and the more you pull down, the more spin you get and the bigger curve you get.
There's a strike to Matsui in the count 1-1.
You know, I was interested in your comment about Matsui saying he's not going to let the left field wall change his style, and really it's an opportunity for him to take advantage of that.
There's a hot shot to second base. Todd Walker flips to Ortiz, and that will do it. We'll talk more about that A little bit later on, the Yankees jump out to a 2-0 lead on 2 hits. And the first hit, the first swing of the game, Soriano. His 13th home run of the year. Lucky 13. Yankees 2, Red Sox coming to bat.
Summer's coming. Time for baseball, beaches, barbecues, and Jeep Wrangler days. Because there's no better way to live it up than in the ultimate fun-in-the-sun vehicle, Jeep Wrangler. And right now, very well-qualified buyers can get a Freedom Edition Wrangler for just $249 a month, including CD player, chrome wheels, fog lamps, and at no extra charge, AC. All that plus our $770 powertrain limited warranty. So come on, hurry over to your Jeep dealer today and really live it up this summer.
A-Cube technology from Adidas.
Well, Jeff Weaver finds his offense isn't as generous as it was for David Wells, but generous enough. He has a 2-0 lead, warming up right now. And here's the lineup he'll face. Johnny Damon, the center fielder, leads off. Last night, 3 for 5 with 2 triples, a double, and a run scored. Todd Walker, the second baseman, bats second. Batting third and playing shortstop, Nomar Garciaparra carries a 20-game hitting streak into the contest. Manny Ramirez in left field batting cleanup, batting fifth and playing first base. David Ortiz, Trot Nixon's in right. Bill Miller, the third baseman, bats seventh. Batting eighth and DHing Jeremy Giambi. Jason Varitek will catch. He'll bat ninth.
And Jeff Weaver will take the mound for the 9th time. The Yankees have that regular 5-man rotation consistently out there. Record of 3-2. More than a hit per inning, just 1 home run. That was to lefty Jeff Devannon. And Jeff Weaver is still a heaver. He's not a pitcher yet. He's got a great arm, good stuff, but he has not become an accomplished pitcher like some of the veterans. He has a good curve, but that good curve has also hurt him because of the bad location. He's left it in the middle of the plate, and that curveball is... he's probably given up more hits on curves in the middle than any other pitch.
And the pitch to Johnny Damon is upstairs. Weaver does not have great numbers against the Red Sox, 2-4 with a 6.10 ERA, and here at Fenway, 1-2 with a 5.70 ERA.
Thus the heaver moniker for Jeff Weaver. He just, you know, his motion is a little loose. There's his pitches, 4-seamer, which would be the riding fastball. This in for a strike, and then the 2-seamer would give you more movement, and then you'll see the curveball, which is held a little off center.
To right field and deep. Going back is Mondesi. Reaches up, is off the edge of his glove and up against the wall. Mondesi fields, fires the ball in, and Damon's on second. We'll see how they score it. That's a catchable ball for Mondesi.
I think because he had to run quite a distance for it, and it caught him in the top of the glove. Johnny Damon will get a double. There you see Mondesi. Looks right there like he might have it measured, and it hits off the top of his glove. I'll tell you, Johnny Damon in Fenway Park has brought some kind of production to this Red Sox lineup. 3 for 5 last night. Starts off with a double tonight.
Well, they haven't scored it yet. When they do, we'll tell you what it is. Here's Todd Walker. Popped up behind the plate. Posada giving it a look. And that's 4 rows deep.
I was talking to Johnny Damon before the game and comparing him to the two of the Yankee left-hand hitters, Matsui and Giambi. Not a big margin, but Damon is well off the plate, farther off the plate. And that enables him to handle some of the pitches middle in that Matsui and Giambi have been kind of jamming themselves on, hitting ground balls. And yet he can still get to the pitch out away from him.
Walker squares the bunt, pulls it back.
Todd Walker, one of the great college hitters of all time. He led LSU to the college championship, NCAA championship, as a freshman, and was voted the best collegiate second baseman ever.
Count 2-1.
Done a good job with runners in scoring position, particularly lately, and that's why he's hitting up there. Known much more for his hitting than his fielding.
That one's driven out to deep left center field. Going back, Bernie Williams still back on the track near the wall. He makes the play up against the 379 mark. Damon will go to third. So Walker gave it a ride the other way. Bernie Williams hauled it in for the first out of the inning.
Right in front of the 379 sign, and Walker with a productive out as Bernie tracks it down. That's going to enable Damon to get to third base easily.
The Damon two-bagger is scored a double. They took a while, but they finally decided it was a double, not an E9. Garciaparra with a 20-game hitting streak. And the first pitch is a strike.
I think had that ball hit off the heel of his glove or in the pocket, but the fact that it hit up off the fingertips and he had to run a fair distance for it, it was one of those you say could have been caught, but one that you can't say should have been caught.
High fly ball to center field. That'll be deep enough to get the run in. Bernie makes the catch. Tagging is Damon. He'll score. A sac fly for Garciaparra. And the Yankee lead is now 2-1.
Number 24, Manny Ramirez.
Here's Manny Ramirez. Ramirez in a little bit of a slide, 4 for his last 25. Still hitting .319. Pitches inside. Tim Cheetah is the home plate umpire. Alfonso Marquez at first, Dan Iasonia at second, and Rick Reed over third. You see the scouting report on Manny. Great two-strike hitter. And he can take the outside pitch and drive it, and up and in is the best bet against him and against most hitters.
And the other thing that Manny is good at with 2 strikes, he is an outstanding breaking ball hitter with 2 strikes. Best bet getting him out is up and in. See what he's doing in that batter's box is he's rubbing that back line out. He wants to get as deep in the batter's box as he possibly can. He's rubbed that line out right there, and he'll try to get that back foot back there and get as long a look at the pitch as he can. Just the opposite of Soriano, who's way up front.
Couldn't get out of the way, so Ramirez takes first. And he's staring out at Weaver.
Yeah, anytime a hitter gets hit, that's what they do. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, it's like every time a hitter gets hit, he thinks it's intentional. With fastball, you got to pitch Ramirez up and in. See Posada's target, you know, and it just nicked him sort of in the back. He turned into it, but that's what we're seeing so much of now. Anytime a hitter gets hit, the first reaction is, well, I want to go to the mound. He did it on purpose.
So Manny is hit by a pitch, and here's David Ortiz. grounded foul.
Ortiz, formerly with the Twins. Red Sox signed him as a free agent. Used to have Brian Daubach over there. He's now with the White Sox, and you see the average under 250. And then Red Sox looking for a little home run production from him.
It is strange, though, Jim. You mentioned you hit somebody, and they want to come out. And these guys are so big. I'm not saying that the pitchers aren't athletic. Nobody wants to go out and get beaten up on the mound. There's maybe some fear with the pitchers of pitching inside.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a reaction that we're seeing in recent years. Where you see hitters years ago, they got hit, they just ran down to first base. I mean, Ron Hunt, the ex-Met, he wore that big pad. He liked to get hit. He went down there. Now, if it's up near the head, that's something different. But you could tell it was obvious that Weaver wanted to run the ball up and in on Ramirez, which is where you have to pitch him. It wasn't really that far inside. You see Ortiz has an elbow pad on. Now there are, as ridiculous as it sounds, the Players Association, I guess, have agreed to, if you have a pad, it cannot be more than 10 inches in length.
That looks more than 10 inches. Missed inside. I guess the pitchers don't have enough of a representation in the union because they don't want anybody to wear anything.
They ought to throw that all that body armor away. And Kenny's sitting at home in Baltimore. No, I know he's going to get back at me, because he thinks the hitters ought to have a little protection. He's done well against Weaver.
And the 2-2. So he went from 0-2 to full, and that will release Ramirez at first. Missed outside. Ortiz walks. Runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Now we've seen a lot of this from Jeff Weaver. What sometimes works against Jeff is he not only battles the other team, he battles himself a great deal.
A lot of the Red Sox have very good numbers against Jeff Weaver. Trot Nixon is 9 for 21 with 3 home runs and 3 doubles. And now Mel Stoudemire quickly out of the dugout maybe comes out to calm down Weaver. Maybe Weaver was unnerved by the Ramirez thing.
One thing Mel usually does is try to offer some encouragement. Maybe when he sees Weaver shake his head, he wants to get him in a positive frame of mind. It's tough enough trying to get the other team out. And when you constantly beat up yourself and fight yourself, that just makes your job twice as bad.
You know what I don't get? Ramirez gets hit, and he looks on, he obviously mouthed a curse word at Weaver, and then Soriano and Ramirez are talking a second. Well, what's going on?
Well, there's a lot of that goes on today with guys represented by the same agents, and it's a much friendlier game,
I guess.
Well, I mean, I saw last night after the Yankee win, the bullpens were kind of exchanging handshakes on the way in, which you never used to see.
Very odd. Pitch to Nixon is outside. There's a strike. Nixon is suffering from very tight hamstrings in both legs. And he says at times when he runs, it feels like they're simply going to snap. Weaver's having a hard time finding the plate.
As you see, he's had some problems in the first inning this year. 5 runs in now his 9th start.
Popped up. He's going to get out of it. Matsui now backpedaling, and he'll make the play for the final out of the inning. Red Sox get a run back on 1 hit. No errors and 2 men left. We played 1 at Fenway. Yankees 2, and the Red Sox 1.
It's back by popular demand. The Jeep Store's annual Hot Summer Wrangler Sale, Route 35, Ocean Township. Every brand new Jeep Wrangler is on sale now. You pick the color, you pick the options. Over 500 Wranglers, Grand Cherokees, and Liberties available for you to drive home, including New Jersey's largest selection of the all-new Freedom Edition Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, and Liberty. Also available and on sale. New Jersey's largest selection of immaculate certified pre-owned Jeeps, backed by Chrysler's 880 warranty. The Jeep Store's Hot Summer Wrangler Sale, going on now. Route 35, Ocean Township. Drive one home today.
Before you consider buying any import, take a look at Suzuki. Hi, this is Paul Larson, Larson Suzuki, Lakewood, New Jersey. Whether you select a 2003 Aereo, Vitara, or a new sporty XL7, you'll like what you see. Style, performance, impressive gas mileage, plus peace of mind. Every new Suzuki includes a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty protection. For price, selection, the latest factory incentives, and great service, visit us at Larson Suzuki on the Route 88 Auto Mile in Lakewood.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
Trot Nixon has had better days than Saturday here at Fenway against the Angels. 9th inning, fly ball to right field. Runners on first and second. He makes the catch nice and easy. Nixon thinks it's the end of the inning. A souvenir to a fan. It wasn't the end of the inning. That was only the second out, and Nixon knows he really fouled up. And the Boston fans were all over him. A couple more runs scored. Red Sox ended up losing the game anyway, but it certainly was an embarrassing moment. That's a tape that Nixon wishes Rosemary Woods was around for.
Oh, look at this. Well, that takes care of the inside pitching. That is really weak. To protect Manny Ramirez, Bruce Chen throws one behind Posada, and of course Tim Cheetah's job as a home plate umpire is come out and warn both benches, and now that's going to take care of the inside pitch. I mean, that pitch was behind him.
That's Sean Estes to Roger Clemens.
Yeah, that's tired. Nice for hitters. You know, look at the expression on Joe's face. Nice for hitters right now because, boy, no fear of the inside pitch. You can just dive right in there.
Do they really think that he threw at Ramirez on purpose?
You know, it's probably pressure from Chen, you know, saying, well, you know, you got to back up your hitter. There's no way that Jeff Weaver threw that ball. First of all, it was barely inside, and Manny just turned his back. And
game has changed.
And in many cases, it's better. Great players, great talent, but that's one of the parts that is not for the better.
It's funny because if Posada had a little bit of a shorter fuse, he would have charged them out because he was obviously thrown at there.
Raul Mondesi.
Here's Mondesi, the big hit in yesterday's game, a bases loaded triple in the first inning up the Green Monster in left center.
Been a road warrior. 360 on the road with 4 home runs.
one thing you have to, I guess, count small victories. Maybe he was ordered to throw at the batter. He didn't throw at his head. He threw behind him, which isn't a great thing, but he did throw waist down.
Yeah, but you got to believe, you know, Tony Cloninger and Grady Little, Jerry Narron over there, these guys are experience-based. They know that the pitch to Ramirez was not on purpose.
But as long as Manny doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Soft ground ball right side. Ortiz throw. Pulls Garciaparra off the bag, but then Posada slid past the bag, and Garciaparra kept the tag right there, so he's out. Now Joe Torre will go and talk with second base umpire Dan Iasonia.
I don't know if that second base umpire had a clear look at Posada. Off balance, careless throw pulls him off the bag. And then Posada, see, his hand is on the bag right there. Does it come off? Nomar sells the call, but it looked like the second base umpire was kind of blocked out right there.
It came off, but not while he was tagging. Tough to see. So Joe has his say, heads back to the dugout. Here's Todd Zeile. Yankees certain get a quicker runner at first. Mondesi can steal a bag, Posada can't. Zeile is going to see a lot more action, is at 183. He's 2 for his last 26. With Nick Johnson out with the stress fracture in his right hand, you'll see Zeile and Bubba Trammell a lot more in the everyday lineup. Mondesi goes. The hit and run was on. It's fouled away.
Wow, nice grab. Seen a couple of those. You saw the numbers, Zeile against Chen. He is one of the few Yankees that has had any experience. Chen has been in the National League with the Phillies, the Astros, the Mets, the Braves. Robin Ventura was penciled into the starting lineup, and then of course when Pedro Martinez was scratched, Zeile gets the start against a lefty.
Runner goes again. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second is not in time. That's his 9th stolen base.
Yeah, even though Chen threw over a couple times, not a real quick delivery, and Varitek not out of the. When you see Jason Varitek come out of the chute, try to get something on the throw, you really appreciate what a good job Posada has done of throwing for the Yankees.
Trying to sneak in behind Mondesi. If you just joined us, no, Pedro Martinez wasn't knocked out of the game. He was scratched about 3 hours before the game with a pulled lat muscle in his side. Bruce Chen, the emergency starter. That's why that warning always makes me wonder. How do they know that wasn't on purpose?
Yeah, they should know, but that, you know, that pitch right there was not any farther inside than the pitch that Nick Ramirez, but Zeile got out of the way. I like Bob Gibson's comment when they asked him about all the batters that he hit and how he felt about it toward hitters, and he said they just didn't move quickly enough. It wasn't his fault.
That one is lined to left field deep, and that'll be over the head of Ramirez. One hop up against the scoreboard. Mondesi scores. Zeile's hustling into second. He's in there with a double, an RBI double, and the Yankees lead 3-1.
And that pitch that Chen threw behind Posada, then got a little rattled and walked him. Now that cost the Red Sox a run. Zeile gets A fastball up, middle in. No chance for Ramirez. Hits it off the base of the scoreboard. And hustles it out into a double.
Pitch to Trammell is up and away. So the stolen base for Mondesi pays off. He scores easily on that double. Hot shot outside of third.
Good production for the Yankees. They're 2 of their 3 runs a result of stolen bases. Jeter stole second. That's his first of the year. Went to third on the overthrow. Scored on a sacrifice fly. Now Mondesi's stolen base also sets up a run.
Ground ball to short. Garcia Parra. 2 away. Zeal stays put.
Yeah, if anything, looking ahead to Soriano coming up, if anything, if the Red Sox had any thought of Weaver throwing at Ramirez intentionally, here's the guy that you would think would get knocked off the plate a little bit, because he is right on top of the plate. Quick hands, intimidates the pitcher from there, and nobody pushes him off the plate at all.
Quick to 10-10 as well. 10 stolen bases, 10 home runs. He's the quickest amongst the Yankees. The previous fastest were Mickey Mantle and Barry Bonds, or Bobby Bonds, who did it in 45 games. And it took Soriano 47 games to get to the 10-10 mark last year. He ended up with 39 homers and 42 stolen bases. Led off the game, a home run on the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Get a ball up in the air today, it can go. The flag out in left center field, blowing briskly toward the green monster.
We experienced that when we did our open out there. How you really feel the wind sitting in those seats up above the monster. And you can tell the flag blowing straight out to left field.
Shot to left field. Right there is Ramirez. He makes the backhand grab for the final out of the inning. So Soriano hit it on the screws, but Ramirez hauls it in. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 3-1 Yankees.
On Ford Explorer, it blows the competition away. Now get Explorer XLT for just $299 a month, or get incredible 0% for 5 full years. Plus, get a no-charge moonroof. $299 or 0% now.
A beautiful thing about women, they don't sweat like a guy.
New Arm & Hammer Ultramax Antiperspirant Gel.
It's made just for guys.
Superior odor protection versus the leading gel at 8, 12, even 24 hours.
That's all the muscle a man needs.
New Ultramax Gel.
What are they looking at? This is an easy call. Nothing's proven to beat the itching and burning of athlete's foot better than, boom, Tough Actin Tenactin. It's the only one clinically proven to prevent athlete's foot.
The rolling stands, Tenactin's still the toughest.
Good call. Boom, Tough Actin Tenactin.
There are 2 basic ways to help protect you in an unavoidable collision. Attempt to insulate you from the unavoidable collision, or try to redefine the word unavoidable. Test drive the BMW 5 Series today.
Sunday afternoon at 4:30, the Yes Network proudly presents the 6th and final installment of the history of the Yankees, The Greatest Teams. This special 90-minute episode covers the greatest Yankee teams from 100 years of Yankees baseball, featuring an inside look at the 27, 61, 77, 78, and 98 championship teams. Don't miss the special 90-minute History of the Yankees, The Greatest Teams, premiering Sunday afternoon at 4:30, right here on Yes. Bill Miller leads off against Jeff Weaver, and the first pitch is a strike. 3-3-0, 1-1-1. Bottom third of the Red Sox order against Jeff Weaver. People talking about how the Yankees have not played well of late. Well, the Red Sox haven't been great either. They've lost 3 of 4, just like the Yankees. And they've lost 8 of their last 16. Hit sharply. Oh, nice play by Soriano. 1 away.
A little example of Soriano's movement. Look how nice and low he gets the glove. And knows, because the ball was hit rather sharply, he had plenty of time to do his pivot and make an accurate throw. Old infielder's expression is 9 out of 10 go under. So one of the main objectives is you get that glove as low to the ground as you can.
Jeremy Giambi takes a strike. Count evens up. Brother Act. Dad's in town as well, John Giambi. He's in the stands watching his 2 boys.
They got Big G, Mini G, and Daddy G.
And both sons wear number 25 because of their father, because their father's favorite player was Mickey Mantle. And since Jason can't get number 7 with the Yankees, he gets something that adds up to 7. So he has 25, and Jeremy followed that right here. Couldn't get 16 with the Yankees.
Could have got 61.
Could have got 61. But I think when he got here, Ted Lilly had 61. I'm sure he could have wrangled that away from him. And he couldn't get 7 when he was with the Oakland A's, because when he came up, Scott Brocious had 7. And Scott Brocious had 7 because his dad's favorite player was Mickey Mantle.
How about that? I mean, I not only improved my vocabulary being next to you in the booth, but also my baseball history. I did not know all the stuff you just mentioned.
I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Giambi walks with 1 out. He'll go meet his brother at first base.
And Weaver's problems continue, and probably one drill I know that a couple of my former coaches would give me, Eddie Lopat and Johnny Saint, would be, go to your hotel room, stand in front of your mirror, and see how long you can just balance yourself on your back leg like this. I mean, when he picks this front leg up, his body flies to home plate so fast that his arm never catches up. If you compare his motion to Clemens, Messina, Pettit, and Wells, you can really see the difference.
There's a strike to Baratek.
That one wasn't too bad there, but you see how quickly the body is out there.
And there's a strike.
2 strikes with both of those, but ideally, to be consistent, if you could pick this leg up as if you were going to knee yourself right in the stomach. You could see Nolan Ryan doing that and Clemens. And then it helps you pause for just a split second. That's all it takes.
Now in his line to left center field, giving chase is Matsui. He makes the play. Fires the ball into Jeter. Hustling back is Giambi. 2-way.
Matsui's getting quite the indoctrination here into some of these American League parks. He looked over at Bernie Williams. That is one of those sinking liners that outfielders fear that got right in the bank of lights. You'll see him play it to the side, and for a moment I think he lost sight of it right there. And then he was able to pick it up, playing it to the side after he caught it. Yeah, he looked at Bernie and said, right in the lights.
I asked him before the game, was there anything like that in Japan? He gave me a look. He says, nothing.
Most of his games in Japan played in a dome and at night.
one ballpark that has a 19-foot wall. But he said it's nothing like this. Count on Damon is 0-2. That's 37 feet high. And it's pretty close to home plate. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Posada. He gets an angle and fires it to first. Giambi steps on the bag, and that will do it here in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We play 2 at Fenway Park. It's the Yankees 3, the Red Sox 1.
Why spend all day on the internet fishing for a rental car? When you can go to Hertz.com. Just click to get our lowest rates and special offers. With Hertz.com, there's no fishing. At Hertz, we know exactly how you feel, so we have exactly what you need.
Commemorate a century of baseball excellence with 100 Years, the official retrospective of the New York Yankees. From Murderers Row of 1927 to the modern dynasties, here is an inimitable portrait of America's team. Just $50 at Yankee Stadium or by calling 1-800-GO-YANKS. Also available at leading retailers nationwide.
Behind them, a little too much fog. Ahead of them, a few too many people. But right now, life is perfect. Thanks to purple mountains, fruited plains, and a monumental lease offer on the Acura TL. See your Acura dealer for details.
On a center stage special event, Donnie Baseball on his love for the game.
I never lost that fire to play.
And fans.
I knew I owed him everything, and I wasn't going to be able to give him everything.
Center stage, Don Mattingly, premieres Tuesday, May 27th.
Only on Yes.
We go to the top of the third inning, and Derek Jeter leads off. Yankees lead 3-1. 2 runs in the first, a run in the second. And Jeff Weaver is on the mound for the Yankees against Bruce Chen, an emergency fill-in for the injured Pedro Martinez. And the pitch to Jeter is high. Jeter singled to left field in the first inning, stole second, moved to third on a throwing error, and scored on a Giambi sac fly to right.
He's settling in a little bit with his control. Looks now with that changeup that the right-hand hitters from the Yankee, their approach probably going to be, which Derek is so good at anyway, taking that ball the other way.
Well, they would love to get 3 or 4 innings out of Chen, as Jim told us before, and then they would probably go to Mendoza. Chen is a very bright guy trying to become an engineer, get an engineering degree from Georgia Tech, and he had that written into his contract with the Braves. Driven down the right field line, giving chase is Nixon. He leaps in, and he makes the play. Nice play by Trot Nixon. 1 down.
Well, Trot's even. On Saturday afternoon, he gave one to a fan. Tonight, he takes it away from the fan. With a nice leaping grab. Times his jump. Uses a whole glove. Got a little ice cream cone in there.
Pitch to Giambi is upstairs.
Hang with him.
Jeter not want to show much emotion.
Mentioned the intelligence of Bruce Chen, native of Panama. The Braves signed him when he was just 16. So here he is, 25, and he's with his 7th organization.
Swing and a miss. Giambi down on strikes.
Boy, the Yankees have two confused left-hand hitters these days, Giambi and Matsui. They're taking the hitter's pitches and swinging at the pitcher's pitches. Slider upstairs, and again you'll see the head pull off and try to pull the ball.
You know, there's been some talk that Giambi might not be in a great comfort zone because his personal strength and conditioning coach and batting practice pitcher, Bobby Alejo, has been removed from the clubhouse this year. Last year, he lockered next to Jason. And there's been some talk that maybe Jason would want Alejo back in the mix. And I asked Yankee GM Brian Cashman today if that would be a possibility. He said, absolutely not. He said, nobody else has it. The guys around the ballpark doing for Jason what he needs. He doesn't need him in the locker room. He said, in the last time I checked, Bobby Alejo did not climb in the batter's box with Jason Giambi.
That's a good point. Yeah, the only thing, and I'm really surprised here in a game and a half. The hit he got last night was by accident to the opposite side because he hit him on the trademark, that he's really not tried to take it the other way. Because this is every left-hand hitter I've known that has scuffled a little bit. They can't wait to get to Fenway Park because they know they can wait, and take the ball the other way, and that's how you tend to get your timing back.
And the count is full at 3-2. Now, Giambi has not asked, but there have been rumors that he would ask about Alejo, and Cashman shot that down right away. There's no chance, he said. He said then everybody would want it. And the question was then put to him, well, you gave it to him last year, kind of opened up Pandora's box. He said, we gave it to him last year saying we'll try it out and see how it goes. He said maybe that was a mistake. He said, but we're not going to make the mistake worse and compound it by doing it again. He said the guy does not belong in the clubhouse. Bobby Alejo travels with the team. He's at the ballpark in the batting cage, but he's simply not in the clubhouse with Jason. And Jason had the same personal trainer in Oakland, and that was one of the things coming over to the Yankees as a free agent. He wanted him here.
I think Roger Clemens had a personal trainer his first year that came over from Toronto, Brian McNamee.
Right, and Brian had been here with the Yankees previous to that, so they were familiar with him, and he was also a batting practice pitcher for the whole team. But that first year, they removed him from the clubhouse as well.
Bernie having a nice at-bat here. He's fouled off some tough pitches, and Chen has settled in. Gave up that leadoff home run, but his control right now has been much better.
Ground ball to second, Walker. And a 1-2-3 inning for Bruce Chen, who has settled down here in the third. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It started off very, very well for the Boston Red Sox. Trot Nixon takes the souvenir away from a fan. And as we go to the bottom of the third, Yankees lead 3-1.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright.
Local Star Mark certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz dealer for details.
The New York Yankees, the world's most successful sports franchise, are celebrating their historic 100th anniversary in 2003. On Saturday, May 24th, all fans in attendance will receive a Yankees chip clip courtesy of Utz Potato Chips. Come out to Yankee Stadium and join in the celebration of 100 years of greatness.
Summer's coming. Time for baseball, beaches, barbecues, and Jeep Wrangler days. Because there's no better way to live it up than in the ultimate fun-in-the-sun vehicle, Jeep Wrangler. And right now, very well-qualified buyers can get a Freedom Edition Wrangler for just $249 a month, including CD player, chrome wheels, fog lamps, and at no extra charge, AC. All that plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty. So come on, hurry over to your Jeep dealer today and really live it up this summer.
It's Memorial Day weekend at Yankee Stadium, and on Saturday, May 24th, the Yankees host the Blue Jays at 4:05. All fans will receive a Yankees chip clip courtesy of Utz Potato Chips. For tickets, visit the stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops. Call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212 or log on to Yankees.com. Another full house here at Fenway Park. They had their biggest crowd in 13 years last night, and they could top that again tonight. Pitch to Todd Walker is a strike. 35,099 made their way into the Fens. Biggest crowd since September of 1990. Along with Jim Cott, I'm Michael Kay. You're watching Yankees Red Sox here on the Yes Network. We certainly thank you for that on this Tuesday night. Yankees have a 3-1 lead over Boston, and that one's driven deep to left field. Going back, Matsui is going to have to play it off the wall. Bernie does the honors, though. Walker's on second with a leadoff double.
Now you see how nicely Todd Walker has adjusted to Fenway Park. See, he's a little farther off the plate, and both of his at-bats now, he has driven the ball the opposite way. One was to the base of the wall for an out. It did get Johnny Damon to third, and he later scored. And that one is off the wall for a double. Two good at-bats by Walker.
There's Nomar Garciaparra. And that one's driven deep and foul. Over the roof and onto Lansdowne Street.
Give you an idea what a good job David Wells did last night. The Red Sox have played 43 games. Actually, they played 44 games this year. And last night was only the 8th game that they did not score at least 4 runs. It's the best ratio in the major leagues.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the Red Sox offense. The problem with the Red Sox happens to be their bullpen and their defense. Again, the 1-1 fouled away.
You were saying last night that Nomar goes through all these motions because he likes his shoes. You know, when he was a kid, his shoes too big. Wants his shoes tight and his gloves tight. And I was thinking, why doesn't he just get a smaller size gloves and shoes, and he could eliminate all that if it's not superstition.
He claims it's not.
He could go down to a, you know, like a 9.5 or something. He wouldn't have to do that.
That one's lined deep to left field. Fair ball, it's trouble. It is a fair ball. Up against the wall. 1-run scores. Garciaparra's at second. Thinks about third. He'll stop right there. So a double and an RBI, and now a hitting streak of 21 straight, and the Yankees lead 3-2.
Well, our scouting report on Jeff Weaver talked about the curveball that stays in the middle of the zone. It's a ball and a strike. Now he's ahead 1-2, and there's a curveball that sits right up there and says, hit me, and that's what Nomar does.
Garciaparra is now 10 for 19 with 5 home runs against Jeff Weaver. Here's Manny Ramirez. He was hit by a pitch on the left elbow in the first inning. And the pitch is high. After getting hit, he stared out at Weaver, said a couple of words, but Posada and home plate umpire Tim Cheetah walked on the inside part of first base to make him stop thinking about heading toward the mound. Breaking ball is inside.
Fan reaction there. That was a hanging curve. Anything close now they're going to think is done with intent. And Jose Contreras activated today. Al Reyes sent back to the minor leagues, and we might see him in the ball game tonight, particularly if Weaver continues to struggle like this.
Jim, if Weaver continues to struggle like this, we might see Contreras in the rotation.
Yeah. I really thought coming out of spring training that Jeff Weaver might end up being one of the best pitchers on the Yankee staff, but he's gone the other direction. He's become more of a thrower than a pitcher here during the season. He wasn't like that in spring training.
Walked him on 4 pitches. So runners on first and second, nobody out. That brings up David Ortiz. Ortiz walked in the first inning.
First baseman, number 34, David Ortiz.
Torrey watching closely as Weaver struggles here over the first 3. Still nobody up in the Yankee bullpen. Now in 27 at-bats, Ortiz has grounded into 3 double plays. Yankees would take number 4 right here. Breaking ball is outside. Yankees 3, Boston 2, but that lead is in jeopardy here in the bottom of the 3rd. First and second, and nobody out. Fouled away. Tomorrow, Roger Clemens starts here at Fenway against Tim Wakefield. Garciaparra leads off second. Way inside, 2-1. Doesn't seem as if Weaver has A game plan, and B, any idea where the ball is going from pitch to pitch.
Great sequence against Johnny Damon. Really took a lot off the curve and looked like he was headed in the right direction. But that's been his pattern all year, a little inconsistent.
2-1. 1 pitch away from loading the bases. Trot Nixon's on deck. Ortiz could sit on a pitch and try to drive it, and if not, let it go by, and then it's still 3-2. The 3-1, driven the other way, foul.
You can see how David Ortiz, since coming here to Boston, is trying to do the same thing Todd Walker did. Try to take that ball the other way.
Posada calls time, wants to make sure this is good pitch. To come to an agreement without him shaking off. Torrey and Stoudemire being patient. Again, still nobody up in the Yankee bullpen. Garciaparra is at second. Manny Ramirez is at first. David Ortiz at the plate. A 3-2 Yankee lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the 3-2. Hit sharply right at Soriano. Fires to second, not in time. Almost had the double play. Ortiz hit it right on the screws, but right at Soriano.
Boy, that's some reaction by Garciaparra. When this was hit, it looked like could have been a triple play. And you could see Nomar just get his foot in ahead of Derek Jeter.
Nixon.
Nice reaction by the Boston base runners, because that's the kind of play that you end up getting a triple. This ball was scorched, and Nomar quickly just got the foot down ahead of Jeter.
I wonder if Soriano gave any thought to knocking it down.
got to there too quick. I don't think you could think that fast.
Pitch to Nixon is a breaking ball. Couldn't check his swing. 0-1. Nixon, a .366 hitter with runners in scoring position, and that's exactly where Garciaparra is. And the 0-1. Way inside, 1-1. It's the bottom of the third inning, and Jeff Weaver has thrown 63 pitches. Count 2-1. That breaking ball just missed. 64 pitches, 34 strikes, 30 out of the zone. That is not a good ratio. When you consider David Wells throws 70% of his pitches for strikes. Mike Messina right behind that. 2-1. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
A rare changeup. And that's how Jeff struck out Johnny Damon on slow curve, changing speeds to these left-hand hitters. You can see the nice spin on that pitch, and it fooled Nixon.
Check the swing. Did he go? No, said third base umpire Rick Reed. So again, the count is full.
Now Grady Little has a decision here, and I would think with Nixon's ability to make contact, he might send the runners right here, 3-2-1 out.
The danger, of course, left-handed batter, clear throw to third. Also, Manny Ramirez pretty slow at first. So that does force Nixon to make contact. The runners go. Foul back. Garciaparra is at second. Ramirez is at first. They go, the 3-2. Swung and a miss. The throw to third is in plenty of time. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. We talked about the danger, and the danger just played out for the Red Sox. So the Red Sox get one run on 2 hits, no errors, and because of the caught stealing, one man left on base. A good throw by Posada, and Garciaparra never got to third. We go to the fourth, 3-2 Yanks.
What do these homes have in common? AIM Floor Covering, specializing in carpeting, laminates, and linoleum. We bring the floor store right to your door. We have low prices because there's low overhead. Our 56-ounce Berber carpet is only $13.50 a square yard. That's $1.44 a square foot. This includes furniture moving, upgraded cushion, and a 5-year wear and stain guarantee. Call today, 866-433-AAIN. AIM Floor Covering. We bring the store right to your door.
You know I wouldn't leave you with just anyone. We'll be fine. Just for a little while.
95% of all drivers are really attached to their cars. That's why at Goodyear Gemini, we treat your car right. We give you upfront pricing and back every repair with a nationwide warranty. No wonder more people trust their cars to Goodyear Gemini.
I missed you so much.
Quality Tire and Muffler since 1983, now with 2 locations to serve you.
Need credit? Get it at badcreditsowhat.com. At badcreditsowhat.com, we know life can sometimes be tough. That's why we always accept your application, regardless of past credit history. Divorce? So what? Bankruptcy? So what? Previous medical bills? So what? Got a job? Get a car. Every make, every model. Log on now or call 1-800-NEXT-LOAN. That's 1-800-NEXT-LOAN. Badcreditsowhat.com. We gotta give you credit. It's our job.
Yankees. From a century of Yankees baseball come the greatest Yankees teams.
It just seems like there's always another story, always another chapter to the Yankee book.
The History of the Yankees, Part 6, premieres Sunday at 4:30, only on Yes.
Time for the Aflac trivia question. It involves that man, Nomar Garciaparra. He currently has a 21-game hit streak. Who has the longest streak in Red Sox history? We'll tell you in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch to Matsui is a strike. We'd guess along with you, but this one we do know. We both know this one. So we're not even going to give you any clues. You should be able to get it. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit for Matsui. So he leads off the 4th inning with a single.
The catcher, number 20, Jorge.
You know how much the hot dogs are out there in the green monster seats?
I'm going to take a guess and say $6.75.
Pretty good guess.
What are they?
$6.75.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
They're called monster dogs.
I guess.
Kind of have a captive audience.
You better get a good sized dog for $6.75.
Pitch to Posada's a strike. Posada walked in the 2nd inning. Chop towards 2nd. Let's see if they get 2. There's 1, and there's 2.
Posada took a shot at it, tried to hit it the other way, and that ground in front of home plate really hard. Ball took a high hop to Walker. His only decision was try to tag the runner, and you see Matsui hold up. Quick flip to Garcia Parr, and they turn it quite easily.
Pitch to Mondesi is outside. And the count 2-0.
You see Bruce Chen tonight, and his 7th organization. You almost think it's because of the radar gun. Granted, he has not had a lot of success, but everything is so geared around power these days. But now when you see him after that 1st inning, change speed, you say this guy's 25 years old, left-handed. He could be a good pitcher. Warren Spahn never won his 1st game till he was 26, and he ended up with 363 of them.
Pretty good ratio, 41 strikes, 24 balls. Ground ball at 3rd. Bill Miller pulls Ortiz off the bag, but he gets back for the final out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and because of the double play, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 3-2 Yanks.
Automobile Magazine All-Star, 5 years in a row. Since the current BMW 5 Series was first introduced, we've found very little to improve on.
Winner, $35,000 to $40,000 category, AAA Auto Guide.
And apparently, many others would agree. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
They can't believe they're going on a week-long Walt Disney World vacation. And they can't believe they're only paying for a 4-night package. Introducing Disney's Fairy Tale Vacation Package. Get a 7-night Walt Disney World vacation package, including park tickets, for the price of a 4-night package. Call 1-407-WDisney. But hurry, you must book by June 29th.
The New York Yankees, the world's most successful sports franchise, are celebrating their historic 100th anniversary in 2003. On Sunday, May 25th, all fans in attendance will receive a Yankees visor courtesy of Verizon Wireless. Come out to Yankee Stadium and join in the celebration of 100 years of greatness.
Best way to clean teeth? The dentist. What do thousands use? Same thing Arm & Hammer Complete Care does. Dental baking soda. Deep clean stains regular toothpaste can't reach. Cleans, whitens, freshens. Try new Complete Care. Your whole mouth will feel fresh from the dentist clean.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the bottom third of the Red Sox order against Jeff Weaver. Yankees 3-4-0. Red Sox 2-3-1. Weaver's thrown 68 pitches over the first 3 innings. And the pitch to Miller is a strike.
Bill Miller, switch hitter. Spent some time with the Giants and the Cubs. Nothing sensational about his speed, his power. He's just a good, hard-nosed baseball player.
He has experienced probably the 3 greatest rivalries now in baseball. When he was at the Giants, Giants-Dodgers, the Cubs, Cubs-Giants, or Cubs-Cardinals, and now with the Red Sox, Yankees. It doesn't get better than those 3 matchups.
And as a kid, he got to experience as a fan the Cardinal-Cub rivalry. Growing up in St. Louis, he was a big Cardinal fan.
That one is driven out to left field. That is going to be extra bases. 1 hop up against the wall. Matsui has to go get it. And a leadoff double for Bill Miller to start off the 4th inning.
Like Todd Walker and Johnny Damon, a little bit off the plate and can take this place pitch the other way. By the time Matsui gets to it, Miller has an easy double.
4 innings, and the Red Sox have led off with a double in 3 of them. Damon doubled in the 1st, Walker doubled in the 3rd, Miller doubles here in the 4th. Here's Jeremy Giambi. He wants to pull the ball, get Miller over to 3rd. Fouls it back.
You mentioned the leadoff doubles. That's what David Wells did so well last night. Even though the Red Sox got their share of hits, most of them came with 2 outs where they couldn't get anything going.
Red Sox 1 for 5 tonight with runners in scoring position.
Not good numbers against Jeff Weaver. Jeremy Giambi just 2 for 12.
Yankees jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the 1st inning. They jumped out to a 1-0 lead before Varitek even caught the ball. Bruce Chen's first pitch deposited over the Green Monster by Soriano. That ball gets away from Posada, but Bill Miller stays put. Just seems like Jeff Weaver's intent on giving it back.
Posada couldn't hold on to it, retrieved it before Miller could advance.
And the 2-2. Driven out to left field and deep. Into the corner on the warning track is Matsui. He'll make the catch. Miller heads back to 2nd. Let's take a look at the Aflac trivia answer here in the bottom of the 4th. The question is, Nomar Garciaparra currently has a 21-game hit streak. Who has the longest streak in Red Sox history? Give you a little hint. He's related to the guy who has the longest streak in Yankee history and in baseball history, Dom DiMaggio.
The little professor.
34 games in 1949. DiMaggio, a teammate of that man, Johnny Pesky, who's still at the ballpark at the age of 82. And he hits fungos to the outfielders, and just a great guy to be around. One of the joys of coming to Fenway Park, talking to Johnny Pesky.
Boy, you got that right. I keep reminding Johnny about the time we spent. There's the Pesky pole. Even though Johnny only hit 17 career home runs, you could wrap him right around that short porch down there, and they called it the Pesky pole. We start singing Managua, Nicaragua is a wonderful place. I played winter baseball in Managua, Nicaragua in 1959 for the Boer Indios, and Johnny was managing the five-star team, Cinco Estrellas.
The 0-1 to Varitek. That one's hit deep to right field. Going back Mondesi. Still back. That ball is gone. A two-run home run for Jason Varitek. And the Red Sox take the lead 4-3. Pitch to Damon is inside.
Second home run of the year given up by Jeff Weaver. Both to left-handers, both hitting out of the 9-hole.
That one's popped up in the middle of the infield. Zeal, 2 away.
Got it on the inside part of the plate. Just over that short wall out in right field. Not short distance-wise, only about 3 feet high, but he had to hit that ball. That's 380 out there. That's a deep shot, and the Red Sox have come back to take the lead.
Varitek's 6th home run of the year, now has 22 ribbies. And the pitch to Damon is a strike. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Todd Walker. Damon popped third. Walker fouls it away. Walker's 1 for 2, flied to center, doubled to left center, and then came around to score. Ground ball to second base, Soriano. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 4th, but not before they take the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. The big blow off the bat of Jason Varitek, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. His 6th home run of the year, a 2-run shot, and it gives the Red Sox a 4-3 lead.
When we designed the Nissan Altima, we put our foot down and came up with a thrilling Nissan engine, a class-leading oversized interior, and a breakthrough design. And now, just announced, the 2003 Nissan Altima with a $219 per month lease. Nissan Altima.
Thank you.
New York Lotto. Hey, you never know.
I'm Fred Hickman. This studio update brought to you by Nissan and your Nissan dealer. The Braves have the best record in baseball. The Reds apparently don't care. Bottom of the 2nd, 3-0 Reds at the end of 3. Austin Kearns celebrating his 23rd birthday with the bases loaded single through the right side to put the Reds up 5-0. Now 5-1 again, end of 3.
Well, thanks a lot, Fred. Here at Fenway Park, we have a pitching change. Yankees are trailing 4-3. The Red Sox got enough out of Bruce Chen. They don't want to push the issue. So Grady Little makes the singular call to the bullpen. Singular, the wireless company that fits you best. And this is a familiar face for New York Yankee fans. Ramiro Mendoza on for the Red Sox.
And Mendoza has not pitched particularly well, as you see by the ERA. 7.01, 19 games. 36 hits, and 8 walks. But his last 3 outings, the Red Sox feel are a little bit more like the Mendoza they thought they were getting, with that good movement on the sinking fastball and a changeup. Todd Zeile, who has not done well against Mendoza, is going to stay in the game. Joe Torre not opting to go to the left-hand hitting Ventura yet.
Mendoza's first appearance in the regular season against the Yankees. He's had some great moments for the Yankees. At the end of last season, though, they decided not to offer him arbitration, did not tender him a contract. He became a free agent and then signed a 3-year deal with the Red Sox. There's a strike. Mendoza, one of those pitchers caught betwixt and between. He did a good job in relief, really wanted to start, but really wasn't sturdy enough to start. And he was the perfect complement to Nelson and Stanton, and then Stanton and Carsey. He could give you the 6th and the 7th, and those other 2 could give you the 8th before Rivera pitches the 9th. That one is driven to left field, over the head of Manny Ramirez and off the wall. Zeile will stop right there as Ramirez gets the ball into second base. So a long single off the Green Monster.
And a good sign for Todd Zeile, and it might be an indication of the problems Mendoza's been having, because up till then, Zeile 1 for 14 against Ramiro. Manny getting pretty handy at playing that wall out there with the bare hand pick, and that'll hold the runner to first base. Pick and roll.
Now here's Bubba Trammell, also has struggled against Mendoza. 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts. And the pitch is high. Red Sox fans are so paranoid about the Yankees and about New York that because Mendoza has done so poorly, they're calling him a double agent that the Yankees sent over
really
in order to fill their attempts to take over the Yankees. Looks a little odd in a Red Sox uniform, used to in those pinstripes. Hit sharply and through for a base hit. So 2 guys who previously had not done well against Mendoza pick up singles to open up the 5th inning.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he goes at his former teammate Alfonso Soriano. High sinker. And Trammell, like Zeile, who had not done well against Ramiro, gets a base hit. Soriano, with his position in the batter's box, is a perfect matchup with Mendoza throwing that low sinker.
Well, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the aforementioned New York Yankees. The view from the wall. What you see is runners on first and second with nobody out, and here is Soriano. There's a ground ball through for a base hit. Zeile will stop at third. Ramirez comes up throwing. So an inauspicious beginning for Mendoza. 3 successive singles, and the capacity crowd here at Fenway giving it to him.
Grady Little has had problems with that bullpen, and there again the low sinker. It's a good matchup for Soriano. Granted, it wasn't lifted or hit over into the wall, but a solid ground ball base hit. And the Red Sox bullpen has not been very effective the entire year. Mendoza looked like the last couple outings he was getting it together, but rough start tonight.
Bases loaded with the Yankees, and here's Jeter. Jeter has come up to the plate in his career 100 times with the bases loaded and has not hit a grand slam. And the pitch is high. Why is that significant? That's the longest streak of any active player without a grand slam. So Zeile's at third, Trammell's at second, and Soriano's at first. There's a ground ball, foul outside of third. You saw the graphic where Jeter had 117 home runs and none of them with the bases loaded. Tonight, single to left, stole a base in the first inning, moved to third on a throwing error by Varitek, and then scored on Giambi's sac fly. And then he was robbed of another swing on a nice play by Trot Nixon, leaning into the stands down the right field line. Yankees trail 4-3, top of the fifth. Way outside. Bruce Chen started, gave the Red Sox about what they hoped they could get. 4 innings, 3 runs. You think they took him out totally on pitch count, or let's not push the issue here?
I think a combination, and once they took the lead, I think, you know, that was Grady Little's plan. He looked like he was certainly throwing free and easy. He could have pitched longer, but I think once they took the lead, he thought, let's get Mendoza in there.
Chen threw 66 pitches, but remember, he had worked the entire season out of the bullpen. So the count now even at 2-2. Bases loaded with the Yankees, nobody out. Zeal led off with a single off the wall. Trammell single through the left side. Soriano single through the left side. That's where we stand. And the 2-2. Driven out to right center field. Giving chase is Damon. He cannot get there. He stops the ball nicely, though, in the gap. 1 run scores. That's all they'll get as Zeal scores. Moving to third is Trammell. Soriano stops at second. An RBI single for Jeter, and the game is tied at 4. 4 straight singles given up by Mendoza.
Another good 2-strike at bat by Derek Jeter. He did it last night.
First baseman, number 25.
And Mendoza leaves a breaking ball about belt high. Nice effort by Damon. Did a good job just to block it. That ball gets by Johnny Damon. Could be a bases clearing extra base hit. As a result of that, he holds Jeter to a single.
Here is Giambi. And there's a strike.
No action yet in that. It's like Grady Little doesn't want to call down there to that bullpen. Nobody has begun to throw yet.
Giambi 9 grand slams, a .352 hitter with the bases loaded. His last grand slam, a pretty famous one in Yankee lore, on May 17th of last year in the 14th inning against the Twins. That won the game. Yankees were down by 3 in the rain at Yankee Stadium. A little bit low. Trammell's at third, Soriano's at second, Jeter is at first. Giambi at the plate with a 2-1 count. A high fly ball to right field. That should get a run in. Trot Nixon in right center. He'll make the catch. The throw comes into second. Trammell scores. Soriano moves to third. A sac fly by Giambi is second of the night, and the Yankees retake the lead. They're up 5-4.
Center fielder, number 51, Bernie Williams.
Varitek wants it outside. Mendoza leaves it on the inside part of the plate and got by with it. Giambi just missed that, got under it, but hit it deep enough for a sacrifice fly and an RBI.
Picks up his 27th ribby. Yankees could score another run on an out. Here's Bernie Williams. There's a strike. Backdoor breaking ball.
Obviously, a lot of the Yankees facing Ramiro for the first time. Those that have been his teammates for so long, like Bernie. Giambi saw him when he was with Oakland.
Weak hack by Bernie. Fooled by the changeup, they count 0-2.
His nickname when he was with the Yankees, El Brujo, the witch doctor, because the ball just, it looked like it did so many funny things. dipping down and away and outstanding movement. He's not had that yet in a Red Sox uniform. That was his best pitch right there.
Grounded right side. Nice stab there by Walker. He fires to first. They get Bernie. Soriano scores. Jeter moves to second. An RBI ground out for Bernie Williams. And the Yankees lead 6-4.
Well, that's a nice play by a guy not known for his defense. The dive, and then watch the throw from one knee and throws it accurately to David Ortiz. Nice save by Walker.
Bernie picks up his 31st ribby. A nice play indeed by Todd Walker. And here is Hideki Matsui. Matsui singled up the middle in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch is inside. So the Yankees lost the lead and quickly post the 3 spot here in the 5th inning to retake it. They're up 6-4. Jeter's in scoring position at second base. And the 1-0. Nice block by Varitek. And the count 2-0.
See if Hideki goes after this 2-0 pitch. One of the things he's done a lot of in these hitting counts is take a lot of fastballs.
He took that fastball away in the count 3-0. Posada is on deck. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Mendoza's fastball 90-91, which is very good. And get people out with that, mixing the change in and the sinking fastball. And the 3-1 pitch. Another good pitch on the outside corner, 3-2. Didn't give in on 3-0 or 3-1.
There again is another one of those pitches that if Hideki were more familiar with Fenway Park, he would have zeroed in on that, tried to drive it toward left field.
3-2 is grounded to second. Todd Walker underhands to Ortiz, and that will do it, but the damage has been done. Yankees 3 runs, 4 hits, crowd booing Mendoza.
Yankees lead 6-4, head to the bottom of the 5th. And next Tuesday night on Yes, join my colleague Michael Kay. He'll sit down with Yankee great Don Mattingly on the premiere of a special Center Stage. Find out what Donnie Baseball has to say about his days as a player and his love for the Yankees on Center Stage. Don Mattingly premiering Tuesday the 27th at 10:30, only on Yes.
That was a fun show to do. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Big inning for Jeff Weaver. He's got a 2-run lead now, and he's got to work through Garcia Parra and Manny Ramirez.
Ground ball at third. Zeal with a tough hop. 1 away.
You know, I was talking a couple innings ago about Johnny Pesky and our relationship we developed down in Managua, Nicaragua. My manager was an ex-Boston Brave named Earl Torgeson, who played first base here in Old Braves Field for the Braves. And fiery kind of guy. Johnny had a right-hand hitter similar to Manny Ramirez. Powerful guy named Pedro Almendarez. And he was just hitting home runs off everybody, left and right. And Torge had a meeting and said, is anybody going to finally push this guy off the plate, or are we going to just let him keep hitting the ball out of the ballpark? So Johnny coached third for the team he managed, Cinco Estrella. So we lived right next to each other in the hotel. We'd have dinner together and spend time together.
The 0-1 to Ramirez. Punched out to right field. Mondesi. 2 away.
Boy, 2 big outs there for Weaver. So Almendarez comes up, and I buzz one inside, and I caught him in the ribs. And here comes Johnny running out to the mound because I'd thrown all strikes to the first 3 guys in the first inning, and then I hit. And he came out to the mound. He was going to, you know, what is Johnny, about 5'7". He was fired up. He was going to come out there and do battle with me. And I'd say it went 2 weeks before he ever said a word to me in the hotel. Then
really?
Then things finally smoothed over. Now we laugh about it. But
he's part of one of the great World Series moments. Enos Slaughter scoring from first base on a single, and Johnny Pesky supposedly held on to the ball just a little too long in that World Series game.
In 1948.
That one is lined to center field and deep. Bernie Williams there, though, and he'll put it away. And how about that? The first 1-2-3 inning of the night for Jeff Weaver. 6 pitches for Weaver, and he retires the Red Sox in order. We go to the 6th inning. Yankees 6, Red Sox 4.
Jack says he can bring more food.
We got plenty of food.
Says he can bring more ice.
All set there, too.
Says he can bring more mics.
Tell him, mi casa es su casa.
No matter what you're up to, a hard mic's is good to find.
Mind if I use your grill?
Sure.
It's long distance.
No problem.
They changed the McNuggets, you know. Why change McNuggets? Who changed the McNuggets? I love McNuggets. McNuggets don't need to be changed. If you're gonna change something, change broccoli. Change is good.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are now made with all-white meat.
Great.
Come on in. You'll love the change.
Ben hasn't changed.
Introducing delicious new specialty sandwiches. 4 hearty-sized sandwich creations from Wawa. We start with our own special breads like multigrain, garlic parmesan, herb stuffing, and rustic. Then we add our very special ingredients like peppered turkey with fire-roasted tomato and garlic spread, roast beef and Swiss with horseradish sauce and summer pickles, Italian meats and cheeses with pesto spread, or roasted turkey with cranberry spread. Wow! New Wawa specialty sandwiches. 4 big reasons to make Wawa your choice.
Special event, Donnie Baseball on his love for the game.
I never lost that fire to play.
And the fans.
I knew I owed him everything, and I wasn't going to be able to give him everything.
Center Stage, Don Mattingly, premieres Tuesday, May 27th.
Only on Yes.
We go to the 6th inning. Yankees up 6-4 in the middle game of this 3-game set. Yankees won last night's game 7-3 to move 1 game ahead of the Red Sox in the AL East. Like to put some distance between themselves and the Sox. Posada, the former battery mate of Mendoza, digs in. And that pitch is outside.
I always found the first time you faced a team that you'd been with for a long time, you tried not to make eye contact with the, and especially a guy like this who you pitch to. I had that with Phil Roof. He was my catcher in Minnesota, and when I went to Chicago, he came up. I would not look in the batter's box. Didn't want to look at him. Just wanted to look at the catcher. And the reason being is that, you know, you look at him and you think, well, here's a guy who's my roommate, my friend, and then they get comfortable with you, and you throw one in the strike zone, and they tattoo it. You don't look at him, you just treat him like another hitter. And
does the catcher have an advantage, though, when he's at the plate because he knows your pitch is better than anybody?
You know, you can overthink that. I still think the pitcher has the advantage.
3-1. 3-2.
The first time I faced Harmon Killebrew, who was a Hall of Famer and home run hitter and loved the ball middle in, and he had told Phil Roof after he got traded. Harmon was with Kansas City. He said, well, I know, he knows me well enough. He's not going to throw anything inside. Well, the first time I faced Killer, I threw him 3 fastballs inside. Got him out because he wasn't looking for it. Now later he hit a home run off me later, but sometimes you play some games like that and throw the hitter where throw him a pitch that he least expects.
And the 3-2. Line drive to center field coming on Demon. Will have to play it on a hop. So the catcher wins that one. Leadoff single here in the 6th. And boy, are they booing Mendoza. Well, kick off your Memorial Day weekend at Yankee Stadium on Friday, May 23rd, as the Yankees host the Blue Jays. The first 18,000 fans, 21 and over, will receive a Yankees barbecue apron from French's Mustard. For tickets, visit the stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops. Call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212 or log on to Yankees.com. You're going to have to ask Kenny to get us one of those.
Yeah.
No barbecue up there. With some monster dogs and peanuts. Pitch to Mondesi is a little bit upstairs.
See Veritek motioning behind the plate, just like Posada used to do to Mendoza, to get up on top of the ball. He has to be down around the knees with that sinker. A thigh-high sinker will go a long ways.
A thigh-high sinker is pretty much a bad fastball.
Right.
Roger Clemens doesn't throw many of them. Joel Sherman of the New York Post had a very interesting column on Sunday in the Post and said that Roger Clemens might be. There's a ground ball at third. Smothered there. Goes the second one. On to first. Not in time. Posada took out Walker. One away. Anyway, the story was that Joel said that in his estimation, Clemens the best pitcher of all time.
We talked about that. Joel had told me he was going to write that article. He asked me some comments on it, and I certainly would not take anything away from what the Rocket has done, but I just can't put starting pitchers today, and it's not their fault. It's the way the game is played. They take them out of the game after 7 innings. I can't put them ahead of Koufax and Gibson and Marichal and guys that pitch the whole game, you know, because the last 6 outs are the toughest outs to get. And when you have to, pitch inning 8 and 8, well, Roger won 20 games without pitching a complete game. I will say Roger Clemens is the greatest pitcher of his era, but I couldn't put him ahead of Koufax and guys like that for all time.
That one is lined into right center field. A base hit for Zeal. Mondesi will go to third, and the throw comes into second. 3 for 3, Todd Zeal. Came into this game 2 for 26, and Mendoza is being serenaded with boos.
Yeah, that's a telltale sign that he's not getting that sinker down, because Todd Zeal 1 for 14 against Ramiro before tonight, and he has hit 2 line drives off him. Chances are this pitch going to be about thigh high, and that's exactly where it is. And about a foot lower is where Ramiro threw most of his when he was with the Yankees.
Here's Bubba Trammell. Rocketed foul.
Ramiro's such a laid-back guy, you can't imagine him being affected by this, but one of the things, you know, coming in to face your former team is that you'd have a tendency to overthrow. And if you overthrow as a sinker baller, that's not a good thing.
Saw Mike Timlin warming up for the Red Sox. Now, did you buy into Joel's argument at all? Obviously you didn't, because you didn't agree with the premise that he considered Gibson and Marichal and Koufax. He said, but they pitched off a higher mound for most of their careers, and they never had to face a DH. They always faced pitchers. So
yeah, I buy that.
He thought that outweighed the fact that Roger didn't complete games.
I don't. I mean, I do think it's tougher to pitch nowadays than it was.
Trammell down on strikes, 2 away.
Joe giving Bubba a chance to be productive like he is Zeal, even against the right-hand pitcher. Leaving Trammell in there. Of course, now with the extra pitcher being called up, the bench is a little short. He'd have Enrique Wilson there from the left side of the plate.
Or he also could have used Ventura there.
Yep.
Here's Soriano, another good night for him, 2 for 3. Leadoff home run in the first, then singled and scored in the 5th. First and third with 2 outs. And there's a strike. Breaking ball is a strike. Fenway Park opened up in 1912, the oldest ballpark in baseball. It is a jewel here in downtown Boston. The 0-2, a little bit high. Tiger Stadium used to be the oldest, but that's no longer in use. Still standing in Detroit. They both opened the same day in 1912, and the second oldest is Wrigley Field. Mondesi trying to distract Mendoza. He didn't. Soriano goes down on strike, so Mendoza escapes trouble here in the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning at Fenway Park in Boston. Yankees 6, Red Sox 4.
Are you ready? Hit! Balls! Hit! Balls! Hit! Balls!
Excuse me, ladies.
The ML350, with optional seating for 7, has arrived. The phenomenon that rocked the world has come back to save it. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. This film is not yet rated. It starts Wednesday, July 2nd. Roundup knocks out weeds in 24 hours. The leading imitator doesn't. Roundup Fast Act Foam knocks out weeds in 24 hours.
Cats and Nets as they take on the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. Tickets for all games are on sale now. Game 3 is this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. You can purchase your tickets at the Arena box office or through Ticketmaster 1-800-4NBA-TICKS and online at njnets.com. Now come early and experience the Nets playoff fan zone, sponsored by Budweiser. Enjoy outdoor activities with a live band, interactive games, and much more. The fan zone will be open 2 hours before each home game. Trot Nixon has worked the count at the 2-0.
Be interesting to see who Joe Torre goes to in his bullpen. Big inning for Jeff Weaver to get through the 6th. I have a hunch. Don't know anything for sure, but I think because of the problems the Yankees have had getting any consistency out of that bullpen, I think young Jason Anderson is going to get a chance to be that 7th and 8th inning guy to get to Mariano. See if they can't find somebody to step in the gap there.
Speaking of the 7th and 8th inning guy, Jim, Steve Carsey underwent arthroscopic surgery today in Birmingham, Alabama by famed Dr. James Andrews to repair a partial rotator cuff tear, and he's expected to be ready for spring training 2004 as Nixon walked. So before the surgery was performed, the Yankees were holding out hope, and it was a slight bit of hope that maybe he could return by the end of the season. But after they went in with the arthroscope, they said he's going to be ready by spring training 2004. Along with Jim Cott, I'm Michael Kay. You're watching Yankees baseball on the Yes Network on this Tuesday night. And hey, we thank you for that. It's a good game, a great rivalry. Yankees against the Red Sox. It's been a seesaw affair. Yankees lead the Red Sox 6-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's Bill Miller. Nixon leads off first, and the pitch is outside. You saw Joe and Mel talking, and a phone call was made to the bullpen. Some stirring out there right now. And Jose Contreras,
how about that?
Just called up from Trenton, will begin to warm. Let's see if they fixed what was broken. The 1-0. Line drive, base hit to center field for Bill Miller. Trot Nixon will go to third. Bernie Williams flips the ball into Soriano. And the Red Sox are set up. Runners on the corners and nobody out.
Great game, isn't it? You waltz through Garcia-Parra and Ramirez and Ortiz in about 6 pitches, and now the bottom third jumps up. and does some damage. Now going to come out just to give Contreras a little more time. And, you know, back to that conversation we were having about Roger, it reminds me, talking with Don Zimmer about one of his favorite starters, Louis Tion, who was in the ballpark tonight. In fact, had a nice conversation, Louis did, with Jose Contreras. Contreras would be is the 12th Cubano to pitch for the Yankees. And Louis pitched back in the late 70s, early 80s for them. Jason Anderson has now joined them as well. And like Don said, Zim said, Tion knew how to finish off a game. You give him a 1 or a 2-run lead, like a game like this, those pitchers knew how to finish off a game. And you couple that with that, as Mike Shankman and I were talking up here between innings about expansion now, which gives you some softer teams to pitch against. I think that outweighs the argument that Joel Sherman was making. Roger, a great pitcher in this era.
I think it's pretty incredible that he's even in the argument, that we're watching a guy who's in the argument for being the best pitcher. Yeah. That's pretty nice.
I think so.
Here's Jeremy Giambi. Grounded foul. Now, those that did not see the Sunday Post, the reason he eliminated pitchers early in the century, guys that you hear about, Christy Mathewson, Lefty Grove, Cy Young, was he said that they didn't pitch against great players. They didn't pitch against black players, and that took a lot away from his estimation of how they performed, and I think that's a fair point. So anybody before Jackie Robinson broke the color line, Joel dismissed.
Interesting that he has both Jason Anderson and Contreras, and I think this might be, you know, if Contreras has any trouble getting loose, I know he was examined today before the game just to make sure that he was sound, no problems. And in case he has trouble getting loose, they're going to get Anderson up as well.
And Weaver really working himself into a jam right now. That was his 100th pitch of the night. He had 57 strikes, 43 out of the zone. He has labored from the very, very beginning, holding on to a 6-4 lead, runners on the corners, nobody out, a 2-1 count on Jeremy Giambi. Missed again, 3-1. This is a tough call for both Stoudemire and Torrey because they're not bringing in proven commodities out of the bullpen. And they know what they have in Weaver, and what they have right now is a pitcher who is really struggling. And the 3-1. Grounded through the right side for a base hit. Nixon scores. Bill Miller will stop at second. An RBI single for Jeremy Giambi, and the Yankee lead is now 6-5.
Well, it's going to be a good opportunity for somebody down in that bullpen to earn their stripes. Jeremy Giambi takes this almost off the ground and pulls it in the hole between first and second. And let's see who Joe's going to go to.
Well, he has to go to somebody. This is the second trip to the mound. He takes the ball from Weaver. Weaver can win. He can also lose because the tying run and the go-ahead run are on base. So he goes to Contreras. We'll see if they fix what was broken down in the minors. Stay on Yes.
Automobile Magazine All-Star, 5 years in a row.
Since the current BMW 5 Series was first introduced, we've found very little to improve on.
Winner, $35,000 to $40,000 category, AAA Auto Guide.
And apparently, many others would agree. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Explorer, it blows the competition away. Now get Explorer XLT for just $299 a month, or get incredible 0% for 5 full years. Plus, get a no-charge moonroof. $299 or 0% now.
Jeff Weaver leaves. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox have cut the lead to 6-5. And Jose Contreras, who was optioned to Columbus about a month ago, and that's what he did before he got there. 11 hits in 5 innings, 6 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And as Michael said, we'll see if he's any kind of a different pitcher. The one thing he did not show when he was up here the first time is for a guy that is 6'4", 240, had very little leg drive and very little power. And we'll see if he comes back maybe like Jason Anderson did after his first stint down in the minor leagues. And this is a great opportunity. Remember, the Red Sox were quite interested in signing Contreras as well. They thought highly of him. Another tough night for Jeff Weaver. A lot of inconsistency, deep counts.
Well, here is Contreras. Now, Susan Waldman reported on the pregame show that when Contreras met with the media, he wanted to point out, he made it a point to point out that they knew what was wrong up here. Mel Stoudemire and Rich Monteleone, the bullpen coach. But because he had a pitch every day out of the bullpen, they didn't have a time to work on it and correct it. And that's what happened down in the minor leagues. But he said they knew what he was doing wrong. They were trying to do it on the run. And the pitch to Varitek is outside.
Yeah, Mel was... he talked about how in spring training he got Contreras a couple of times there to really use his legs and drive like Clemens, and they thought they had him on the right track. They were trying to work on that when he was up in the big leagues.
And the 1-0.
See if there's any change. Not a lot. I mean, he's got the fastball up there in the 90s, but he doesn't look like he's got a lot of drive off that pitching rubber.
And the 2-0. Grounded to second. This could be 2. There's 1, and there's 2. So they got what they needed right there, a ground ball for a twin killing. Moving to third, Bill Miller.
Oh, this could be a huge step for Contreras and the Yankees. You know, come into a situation like this and get 3 outs and then pitch a clean 7th or maybe into the 8th. That could solve some of Joe Torre's problems that he's had getting to Mariano Rivera.
Here's Johnny Damon. Pitches outside. The Red Sox and the Yankees in a furious bidding war for Contreras. And they both met with Contreras in Costa Rica. And the Red Sox actually rented out every room in the hotel where Contreras was staying. Rocketed foul, missed a double by about a foot. I don't know what exactly that did. The Yankees just met him at his room. Right. They didn't have a room in the hotel. And there are several stories, I don't know if they're apocryphal or not, but supposedly when Contreras decided to sign with the Yankees, Theo Epstein, the young general manager of the Boston Red Sox, broke some furniture in his room. He denies that that's true. He said that somebody from the Yankees leaked that to a member of the Boston media. Weak hack right there. The count is 1-2. Whatever happened, you know one thing, the Red Sox are very upset they didn't get Contreras.
Yeah. And if he shuts him down for a few innings tonight, they're going to be even more upset. That's the best off-speed pitch I've seen him throw. I don't know if it was a off-speed curve or a change.
And the 1-2. He struck him out. An impressive performance by Jose Contreras. He got Johnny Damon to swing through a pitch low and away, a little off speed, and he came into a first and second, nobody out situation and did not allow a run. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 man left. We go to the 7th, 6-5 Yanks.
Feel
My daughter was born at 8:33 a.m. At 8:34 a.m., my mom's on the phone in tears asking when she could see her granddaughter. A minute after that, she does.
Introducing the cool new camera phone from Singular. Just shoot and email instantly to your friends and family. It's simple. Plus, sign up for select calling plans now and you'll get this sleek Sony Ericsson camera phone free.
I call it the Tim Simcoe Smile for the Phone plan.
Come in today and see how Singular fits you best.
Summer's coming. Time for baseball, beaches, barbecues, and Jeep Wrangler days. Because there's no better way to live it up than in the ultimate fun-in-the-sun vehicle, Jeep Wrangler. And right now, very well-qualified buyers can get a Freedom Edition Wrangler for just $249 a month, including CD player, chrome wheels, fog lamps, and at no extra charge, AC. All that plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty. So come on, hurry over to your Jeep dealer today and really live it up this summer.
On the next History of the Yankees, from a century of Yankees baseball come the greatest Yankees teams.
It just seems like there's always another story, always another chapter to the Yankee book.
The History of the Yankees, Part 6 premieres Sunday at 4:30 only on Yes.
Hey, Yankee fans, Yankees.com shop has the best selection of Yankees gear, including caps, pullovers, and lots more. Visit Yankees.com and shop online today at the official site of the New York Yankees. Well, that was a little different, huh, Jim? Wow. Contreras looked pretty good.
Yeah, and I don't recall him throwing. Of course, he's only out there for 5 innings, but that was a splitter that he struck out Johnny Damon with. Granted, not a hard splitter. Kind of an off-speed, change-up, but there's a new look for him. But that certainly has to do wonders for his confidence.
Alan Embry, in his 14th game, the third pitcher used by Grady Little. He will face Jeter, Giambi, and Bernie Williams here in the 7th. The Yankees lead 6-5. And the pitch is high. (6-10-0), 5-7-1. Fights it off. The numbers on Mendoza not pretty at all. 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, and 3 earned runs. They're really going to think he's a double agent now. (1-1). Foul back.
Boy, Derek has come back swinging better. I mean, his hand speed. You notice when he hits a ball, as soon as he hits it, like the bat flips away. It's because right there, I mean, he is, what body rotation he's got, and then it's like a backlash with the bat.
Strike 3 outside corner. Jeter down looking.
Perfect pitch by Embry. And this is one of the problems the Red Sox have had. That's Derek took a peek and knew it. Embry and Timlin and some of their relievers have done an outstanding job when the Red Sox are down a run. They have not been able to hold leads.
Here's Giambi. He struck out last night against Embry. Struck out looking. Scooped up nicely. Glove side by Varitek.
We talk about the rivalry and the trades and the possibilities of the Red Sox getting Contreras. And the one trade that doesn't come up a lot that really was another one that helped the Yankees out a lot was Sparky Lyle. Danny Cater.
Oh, that was a great deal for the Yankees. Who won a Cy Young with them?
Yep, Sparky spent 4 years here, 67 to 71. Traded for Danny Cater, and well, you talk about a reliever that could give you 3+ innings day after day.
He won the Cy Young in 1977, and the great line by Greg Nettles, the Yankees ended up getting Goose Gossage in 78. Well, for the 78 season, and Greg Nettles said he's the only pitcher to go from Cy Young to sayonara.
Right. Yeah. Nettles had some great one-liners.
2-1. Today happens to be the anniversary of the Nettles and Bill Lee fight.
Ooh, they had that on the scoreboard last night. That was a pretty good knockdown affair.
May 20th of 1976. Red Sox won the East in 75, Yankees in 76, 77, and 78. There's a strike. Yankees lead 6-5. We're in the top of the 7th inning. There's a birthday boy, 40 years old today.
City's halfway home.
Really? He's giving himself 80.
Yep.
That's a nice run. Popped up. Left field. Ramirez. 2 away. So Giambi's 0 for 2 with 2 sac flies. And that'll bring up Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams.
I think Mike Schenkman could tell us, does that take him under 200 again? He started off at 204. He's now 0 for 2. And he is 3 for his last 27.
Down on the interstate, huh?
He's at 201.
New Jersey.
Pitch to Bernie is low. Following the Yankee loss Sunday against the Rangers, which completed a 3-game sweep at the hands of Texas, Yankee GM Brian Cashman said, "We just stink right now." Raised some eyebrows. And I asked Brian, did you have any trepidation saying that? He said, no, we did stink. He said, they all know we stunk. And he said, I'm not surprising the players by saying that.
A lot of the players said it themselves. You know, even last night, it's not that they knocked Casey Fossum around. They got the one big blow from Mondesi and then good pitching from Wells.
That one is driven down the right field line. Giving chase is Nixon, and he'll make the play right in the corner, right near the pesky pole, for the final out of a 1-2-3 inning. We've played 6.5 here at Fenway. Get up and stretch. It's the Yankees 6, the Red Sox 5. You're watching the Yankees on the Yankee Entertainment and Sports Network.
Focus, it'll make your head spin. Now get Focus SE, just $169 a month, or an incredible 0% for 5 full years. Plus, get the best service plan in the business. $169 or 0% now.
It's New Jersey Nets playoff basketball. Individual game tickets are on sale now. To purchase your tickets, you can visit the arena box office, call Ticketmaster at 1-800-4NBA-TICKS, or go online at njnets.com.
I'm Fred Hickman, the studio update brought to you by your Tri-State Quality Ford store. The Reds and the Braves. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that is Ken Griffey Jr. Talking about Derek Jeter swinging the bat better since the shoulder separation. Jr., same injury, first home run since coming back to make it 7-2. Castilla has homered for Atlanta to make it 7-3 in the top of the 7th inning. By the way, the Yanks will see the Reds in June come interleague play. We'll have more on the postgame show, but right now, back to Beantown.
Thank you, Fred. Back here at Beantown, bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees lead 6-5, and you hear that Ken Griffey Jr. had a home run. And if you're a baseball fan, forget about being a Red fan or whatever. You want to see Ken Griffey Jr. get healthy again, because that was one of the greatest players in baseball. And the last couple of years, he's just been felled by injuries, so good for him. Hope he's back. Same injury as Derek Jeter. Both had separated shoulders, and they both come back. I can't say better than ever, but they certainly don't seem the worse for wear. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Todd Walker against Jose Contreras, and Walker fouls it back. Isn't Walker the guy that the Twins love so much, that's why they were able to deal Knobloch?
No, that there was rumor to that effect. That they thought when Walker came out of LSU and they drafted him. But the Twins knew immediately that Walker was a good hitter, but he wasn't going to be the second baseman that Knobloch was.
Didn't he play second base the year after Knobloch left, though? He led the National League in fielding percentage. I believe it was last year or the previous one. And that shows your fielding percentage means nothing, because that means you don't get too many balls. But the Red Sox are sacrificing defense for offense. And the count 3-1. That fastball 93 miles an hour.
Well, he's an ideal hitter for this ballpark. Todd Walker got that good left field stroke.
And he walks against Contreras. Hey, Yankee fans, for the latest news, player updates, and Yankee merchandise, all you have to do is visit Yankees.com, the official site of the New York Yankees. Here's Garciaparra.
Be interesting to see what Nomar opts to do. He is a first ball hitter, and Contreras hadn't thrown one in the strike zone yet this inning. A lot of times the hitter will say, well, let me make sure he throws a strike before I swing.
No strike there, 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees lead 6-5. Middle game of a 3-game set. Yankees won last night in the opener 7-3. Might have been another splitter there. I'm not quite sure. No, it was too fast for that. 93 miles an hour, just a low fastball, so 1-1. Garciaparra doubled in the 3rd inning. That extended his hitting streak to 21 straight. He's now had 4 streaks in his career of over 20 straight. Swing and a miss. And that ties Tris Speaker for the most such streaks for a Red Sox. And there you see it. Wade Boggs had 3. And for some perspective, Pete Rose had 7 streaks of 20 or more straight games. 1-2. Still 1-2. Left field coming on Matsui. He's not going to be able to get there. Great base running by Walker as he goes to 3rd, and Garciaparra follows him into 2nd. Walker read that right off the bat, never hesitated, and made it into 3rd. That is great base running.
You're right on with that, Michael. Here's the pitch by pitch. Contreras can't find the strike zone to start with, although he gets Garciaparra. Now he's ahead in the count. And this is just a little soft pop. And there's the base running by Walker. But the mistake here is the throw did not go into second base to keep the double play in order. Matsui threw the ball into 3rd base, and that enabled Garciaparra to get into scoring position. Now I think the trip to the mound by Mel Stottlemyre is with Manny in the batter's box and first base open. Want to have a little discussion about pitching to him or not giving him anything to hit, loading up the bases.
Well, I know it's only bookkeeping, but they actually gave Garciaparra a double on that.
Yeah.
If the throw had gone into second, he would have stayed at first. It really should be a single go to second on the throw, but again, just bookkeeping. The tying run is at third, the go-ahead run at second, and the Yankees are going to intentionally walk Ramirez.
Kind of damage he's done against the Yankees anytime you got a parking place for him. They'll put the pressure on David Ortiz.
Well, the Yankees obviously want to use this game as a litmus test for Contreras because there is nobody up in the Yankee bullpen right now. And we're here in the 7th inning with the bases loaded and nobody out. This could get out of hand in a hurry. And if it does get out of hand, it's going to be Contreras who's on the mound.
First baseman, number 34, David Ortiz.
Walker is on third. Garciaparra at second. Manny Ramirez on first. Bases loaded and nobody out. Yankee one-run lead hanging in the balance here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Obviously looking for the double play. They'll let the tying run score to get it. Zeal is in at third. About even with the bag. And the pitch to Ortiz is a strike on the outside corner. Ortiz didn't like it. Time called. And now the Yankee bullpen gets busy. Jason Anderson and Chris Hammond. Nope. Check that. That's Sterling Hitchcock. And that is a line drive to left center field. That's a base hit. 1-run scores. 2-run score. Ramirez will stop at third. A double by David Ortiz. 2 RBIs. And the Red Sox have retaken the lead. They're up 7-6.
Well, the Red Sox have been double trouble. This is their 6th two-base hit. And their left-hand hitters have done a great job of taking the ball the other way. Ortiz will get a nice hand as he trots off the field. Shea Hillenbrand going in to pinch run for him.
Now the Yankees have to bring the infield in against Trot Nixon. Hillenbrand pinch running, as Jim mentioned, for Ortiz. Ramirez is on third. Red Sox lead 7-6. A pop-up to left center field. That will get a run in. Matsui with the catch. Ramirez scores. Hillenbrand advances to third. A sac fly. Boston leads 8-6. So Jose Contreras, who was so impressive getting out of a jam in the 6th inning, gets himself into a jam in the 7th, and he cannot extract himself with some damage. Infield still in. Here's Bill Miller. And there's a strike.
And now these last couple innings are going to be a game of who can pitch well with the lead.
Whose bullpen could stop the bleeding? And the 0-1. Couldn't hold up in the count 0-2.
Now the little things in baseball, and you pointed out immediately, one of the plays that set up this inning nicely for Boston was the alert base running of Todd Walker.
2. 1-2. The bottom of the Red Sox order tonight, 4 for 8, 2 runs scored, 3 runs batted in, and that's what Contreras is dealing with right now. He now tipped the ball. Posada could not hold on.
Hanging splitter, and Miller just got a piece of it.
One-two, fastball away. Jim, does he look any different?
Not to me. No, I mean the splitter. I don't remember him throwing a lot of splitters. I'm looking at the speed, and the fastball is up there as far as miles per hour. But I think, you know, we mentioned before that some pitchers, no matter how hard they throw, the hitter sees the ball coming out of his hand, and it's so far from the reaction I've gotten from hitters. That's what they say about Contreras. They pick up the ball very easily.
Here's the 3-2. He walked him. That's the 3rd walk in the inning issued by Contreras, 1 intentional. Joe Torre trying to decide whether he takes those steps up onto the field. Hitchcock and Anderson ready, and Joe will take those steps. Jeremy Giambi is due up, and Joe calls on Hitchcock. So Contreras called up today from Norwich, and they designate Al Reyes for assignment. And his first appearance and his second coming as a Yankee, not too good. Hitchcock jogs in. Hitchcock against Giambi. Stay right here on Yes.
Stars out tonight. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. Oh, 'cause I only have eyes for you. Stars out tonight.
See your local Star Mark certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz dealer for details.
This season, my teammates and I are going to work as hard as we can with hopes that our fans will log on to Yankees.com and vote for one of us as the Continental Airlines Work Hard, Fly Right Player of the Year. We're dedicated to putting in those extra hours on the field, in the clubhouse, and everywhere else.
Programs here.
So log on to Yankees.com and be eligible to win a trip to a Yankees away game. Continental Airlines Work Hard, Fly Right.
Come on home. Come on.
Take me fishing, because our boat's cooler than any video game.
Take me fishing and make me feel 16 again.
Take me fishing because I miss my boy.
Stottlemyre talking a little pitching with tomorrow night starter Roger Clemens and Andy Pettitte. And tomorrow night, Yes is back with a showdown between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Same time, same place. Complete coverage begins at 6:30 with Fred Hickman in the Yankee pregame. And then join Michael Kay and me. We'll call all the action at 7 o'clock. Yankees versus Red Sox tomorrow night starting at 6:30. Only on Yes. Roger Clemens goes for win 299, and Tim Wakefield, the knuckleballer, will look for his 5th win for the Red Sox. Disappointing 7th inning for Jose Contreras. That's what Sterling Hitchcock has done. Only 2 walks. His last couple outings have been much better, and I think the confidence is waning in bringing left-hander Chris Hammond in out of the bullpen, so Hitchcock's going to get a chance, and Grady Little go to his bench and bring up Kevin Millar.
He'll pinch hit for Jeremy Giambi. Yankees drop back to double play depth. And strike. You could tell every single day there's no rhyme or reason per se on who they bring in. They're still trying to paint the picture out of the bullpen what they feel comfortable with.
It's like a tryout camp.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Pitch is outside.
What it is really pointing out, and the real baseball fans knew that anyway, fans that follow the Yankees, is that the strength of the Yankees in the Joe Torre run has been the bullpen. When Mariano was there in '96 as a setup man, then Stanton and Jeff Nelson and Carsey, Mendoza.
Popped up right side.
Oh,
Giambi doesn't make the catch, shying away from the the stairs.
Yeah, he misread that. He took a glance at it and then took his eye off the ball, and it almost hit him. See, right now he's going to look down. A couple of times he loses sight of the ball. That's a very catchable ball right there. That fooled Jason Giambi.
Well, you don't want to give away outs in this situation. The Yankees just did. Up to Hitchcock to pick up Giambi now. And the 1-2. There's a fly ball to right field. Mondesi will make the catch. Tagging is Hillenbrand. Here's the throw. Not in time. As Miller moves to second. A sac fly by Kevin Millar. And the Red Sox now lead 9-6. So that was a big non-play by Jason Giambi.
Mondesi not really in good position to make an accurate throw. And you can see it's well up the line, and by not hitting the cutoff man, unable to run around first to get into second base.
I asked Brian Cashman, the Yankee GM, today if it was too early to be thinking about making a deal for a reliever, and he said, well, we know that our bullpen is a problem. He said, and I'm ready to rock and roll. He said, but I'm not going to let a team hold me up. So he's exploring options, and it's still a little bit early right now because some teams are still concerned with the draft, which is coming up in the first week of June. Swing and a miss. Teams don't want to give up. It's still early in the season. The wild card keeps everybody in it a little bit longer. So if you pick up somebody now, you're going to have to pay a premium price. And the Yankees might decide, hey, the bullpen's in such bad shape, we might have to pay that price.
Yeah, they got some options. I mean, one of the next moves might be to try Jeff Weaver out of the bullpen. Right now, like we said, it's a tryout camp between Joe Torre and Mel and the organization. They just have to figure out some way that they can get the bullpen organized.
Well, the Yankee bullpen 3-5 with a 5.29. 63 inherited runners, 26 of them have scored. And that is the hand they've been dealt. It's not as if they're misusing the bullpen. There really is nothing other than Rivera that you could really depend on out there. They thought they had Carsey, but he hasn't pitched one inning for them this year, and he will not. The 2-1 is outside. And if you joined us late, Carsey underwent arthroscopic surgery to repair a slight tear in his rotator cuff, and he is indeed out for the season. He'll rejoin the Yankees for spring training 2004. So either the Yankees make do with what they have, which doesn't seem like a viable option, or they go out and get somebody. The 3-1. He walked it.
Semi-intentional, I guess. Hitchcock wanting to go at the left-hand Johnny Damon. The kind of year Johnny's having. Left-hander or right-hander, that's a dangerous situation. Now, the decision tonight was to give Contreras a chance, but I think the same situation in future games, it's going to be Jason Anderson that's going to get the opportunity to see if he can step up.
Here's Johnny Damon, 1 for 4, and the pitch is a strike from Hitchcock. The thing that really has to frustrate Torrey and Stottlemyre is in this inning, 4 runs, 2 hits, and 4 walks. There's no defense against walks. And the count quickly 0-2. The Yankee starters have issued 68 walks in 303 innings pitched, and the bullpen has issued 47 walks in 98 2/3 innings. So a third of the innings and almost equal. They rank 10th, the Yankee bullpen does, in the American League. And the 0-2. Slap foul.
Yeah, to put that in perspective for fans, what that means is that over a 9-inning period of time, the bullpen is walking between 4 and 5 a game, and the starters are walking between 2 and 3. And the one thing managers can tolerate from guys coming in out of the bullpen, you throw strikes and give up a hit, they say, well, that's going to happen. But boy, they lose patience in a hurry when guys come out of the pen and cannot throw strikes.
And the 0-2. Slap through the left side for a base hit. Miller will round third. He's heading home. Here's the throw. Not in time. It gets away from Posada, but the runners stay put. An RBI single for Damon, and the Red Sox with 5 runs in the 7th inning now lead the Yankees 10-6.
Those left-hand hitters have done a number on the Yankees tonight. Here's Johnny Damon. Take what they give you. Little 2-strike pitch down and away, and just slices it into left field.
Here's Todd Walker, started the inning with a walk against Contreras. And that's a high fly ball to left center field. Matsui is there, and he will put it away for the final out of the inning, but not before the Red Sox score 5 runs on 3 hits, 4 walks, no errors, and 2 men left. While the Red Sox were hustling around the bases, Todd Walker made it happen. David Ortiz made the Yankees pay for an intentional walk, and the Red Sox, as we go to the 8th, lead 10.
Create the look you've always desired for your landscaping with the Allen Block from Clayton Block Company. Serving the entire tri-state area, Clayton Block can help you create a picture-perfect outdoor living space utilizing any number of Allen Block styles with the flexibility and ease of operation that can make your vision come to life. In fact, look to Clayton Block for all your hardscape products, including the Allen Block fence system. Ask us about it. For the Clayton Block location nearest you, call 1-800-662-3044.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
Monmouth County's Acura dealer, Rich Rediker's Acura of Ocean.
It's your new performance sedan, and it feels so good. Acura of Ocean is introducing the all-new 2004 Acura TSX. Feel the 200 horsepower, responsive handling, and extraordinary driving comfort. Test drive the all-new TSX at Acura of Ocean. Once you drive it, the road will never feel the same.
Rich Rediker's Acura of Ocean.
Special event, Donnie Baseball on his love for the game.
I never lost that fire to play.
And the fans.
I knew I owed him everything, and I wasn't going to be able to give him everything.
Center Stage, Don Mattingly, premieres Tuesday, May 27th.
Only on Yes.
Well, the view from the Green Monster is a little bit better after that inning if you're a Red Sox fan. The Yankees gave up 5 runs between Contreras and Hitchcock, and now the Red Sox will try to piece together the final 2 innings out of the bullpen, and the first man they call on is Mike Timlin.
18th game, you see his record. Used primarily as a setup man. Red Sox haven't been able to find a bona fide closer. He has only walked 1 in 24 innings. 13 strikeouts. Boy, Toronto had some bullpen. When Mike Timlin first came on the scene, he was setting up Dwayne Ward and Tom Hinkie. That's when the Blue Jays won back-to-back World Series back in 92 and 93.
Shea Hillenbrand, who had pinch run for David Ortiz, will remain at first base. Also, the Red Sox have another body in the bullpen. Jason Shield pitched a couple of innings yesterday, was optioned to Pawtucket, and the Red Sox brought up a veteran right-hander, Rudy Cianez, so he's out there in case Grady Little wants to put him into the mix. 10-10-1 for the Red Sox, 6-10-0 for the Yankees. So Timlin will face Matsui, Posada, and Mondesi here in the 8th inning. Timlin works out of the stretch, and that one's fouled away.
Again, this is the way the Red Sox have been able to stay up with the Yankees. They have consistently scored 4 or 5 runs a game. Today they've got double figures on the board.
Broken back ground ball right side. Walker is there. 1 away. You know, if you review that Yankee defensive inning in the bottom of the 7th inning, the misplay by Giambi cost them a run. And then the subsequent fly ball, Mondesi showing off his arm, runner advancing, that allowed a run as well. So it wasn't a pretty inning for the Yankees, any stretch of the imagination, pitching-wise and defense.
And Matsui did not throw to second base on the bloop, which would have kept the double play in order.
Pitch to Posada in the dirt. I guess Matsui was so shocked that Walker took off for third and thought he had a shot at him. It was a pretty close play, but what you have to do is use discretion and just go to second base and keep that runner out of scoring position. So the Yankees did not distinguish themselves with the leather last inning. That one's hit deep to right center field, giving chase Nixon. Also Damon going back, looking up, see ya! A home run, Jorge Posada. And the Yankees now trail 10-7.
Fourth home run given up by Mike Timlin in 24 innings. Nice pitch middle in that Posada can pull and hit to the deepest part of the ballpark. That's right in the triangle where it's 420.
There's Mondesi. Ground ball softly to second base. Walker with a tough hop, 2 away. Poor Posada, his 11th home run, and as Jim said, he really gave that a ride. That is tough to hit a ball out where he hit it.
Number 27, Todd Zeal.
But again, with a 4-run lead, what Mike Timlin is doing, you know, he's only walked 1 man. You make him earn it. Instead of put him on with base on balls, and that's what's done in the Yankee bullpen tonight.
Pitch to Zeal's a strike. Zeal 3 for 3, double, single, single. Came into the game 2 for his last 26. Buzzes a fastball up and in, 1-1. Red Sox trying to move back into a flat-footed tie for first place with the Yankees. Count 2-1. And if that does in fact take place, then tomorrow's game has even more intrigue. Clemens goes for $299. Pretty good pitching matchup with Tim Wakefield. You couldn't find two more disparate pitchers, and that game will break the tie. Allen's lined into right center field. Damon is there. Zeal going for 4 for 4, but foiled by Damon for the final out of the inning. Yankees get a run on Posada's home run. No errors and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox 10, Yankees 7. The New York Yankees, the world's most successful sports franchise, are celebrating their historic 100th anniversary in 2003. On Friday, May 23rd, the first 18,000 fans 21 and over will receive a Yankees barbecue apron courtesy of French's Mustard. Come out to Yankee Stadium and join in the celebration of 100 years of greatness.
Introducing the all-wheel drive Infiniti FX, the SUV with the essence of a sports car. The new Infiniti FX.
In the desire to move ideas forward, printing in black and white has served us well. But color is more effective. The fly in the ointment. Cost. Imagine a multi-function printer that gives you low-cost color without raising the cost of your black and white. The new Officio 1232 from Ricoh. Ricoh.
In New York, stay at the Affinia Dumont, an executive fitness suite hotel where healthy meets high-tech. Call 1-866-AFFINIA or take a virtual tour at affinia.com.
For the first word after the last out, stay with Yes for the Nissan postgame, featuring detailed analysis of tonight's game, interviews with players, plus scores and highlights from around the league. The Nissan postgame immediately following the game, right here on Yes, and that is a postgame that I'll tune into because I want to hear what Joe Torre has to say, and Mel Stoudemire has to say, and Jeff Weaver has to say, and Susan Walton will work the clubhouse, and Fred Hickman will anchor it. It's certainly a must-watch after a game like this. Well, the Yankees will try another reliever. This time they go to Juan Acevedo as the tryout camp continues.
Did a great job early in the year when Mariano wasn't here. That's when he picked up those 5 saves, but you see the numbers have deteriorated since then. 0-3 and an ERA of 9.15.
Here's Garcia-Parra. He is 2 for 3 with a sac fly. 2 runs batted in tonight. Popped up. 1 away with Soriano making the play. 1 pitch, 1 out for Acevedo.
Left fielder, number 24.
There's a strike. Ramirez is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, walked in the 3rd, then intentionally walked in the 7th. So only 1 official at bat tonight. Hit the 3rd. Zeal with a nice hop. 2 away.
You mentioned the post-game show, and this is one of those games, you know, when you don't pitch well and then your bullpen gets thumped around, you can look at this game, and I'm sure Joe Torre, well, there are so many situations. He could have gone to his bench with Robin Ventura earlier and maybe tried to tack onto the lead. Of course, Todd Zeile, who had not hit Mendoza at all, stayed in the game and got a couple of knocks. And boy, when you don't get outs at the end of the game, makes your entire team look bad.
Pitch to Hillenbrand's a strike. Acevedo has said that he has never pitched this badly in his life. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Acevedo tried to grab it with the bare hand. I don't know if he got a piece of his hand because he's looking down at his fingertips. And a 2-out single for Hillenbrand, who would come in as a pinch runner in the 7th.
Here's what Michael's talking about. Right back up the middle, and Acevedo's reaction was to stick the bare hand out. See if it got a piece of it. You can tell from that shot. The way he looked at it led you to believe it got some skin.
He's done that a couple of times this year, reaching for the ball with the bare hand. Pitch to Trot Nixon's a strike. Red Sox lead 10-7, bottom of the 8th inning. Nixon 0 for 2 with a run scored and a sac fly. He walked once. Popped up. Foul territory left side. Zeile will make the play for the final out of the inning. So all things considered for Acevedo, a very good performance. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Last swings for the Yankees. Boston 10, Yankees 7.
Introducing a new level of performance from Acura. The all-new TSX.
What is it that you're looking at? What's out there on the horizon that intrigues you so? What do you see that others can't? Business has always been about looking forward. That's why people with vision succeed. At Fleet, we see the potential you see. And we understand that it often takes more than just funding to realize that potential. So we take a different approach. One that's built on experienced people who understand your business. One that's committed to providing new ideas and innovative solutions. Use that vision of yours to take a good look at Fleet. You'll see more than a lender. You'll see an ally.
Yankees action is so hot, it's worth watching twice, and you'll see it all on Yankees Encore. When the game is over, relive the great plays of 2003 Yankees baseball. Yankees Encore, tonight after the best of Mike and the Mad Dog, only on Yes.
Go to the top of the 9th inning. It's time now to find out the play of the game. Brought to you by Continental Airlines, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right.
And it's the bases loaded double by David Ortiz off Jose Contreras. Big 5-run 7th inning. The Red Sox took the lead. That's the Continental Airlines play of the game.
Well, the Red Sox go to what I guess you would consider their titular closer, and that would be Brandon Lyon.
Titular?
Mm-hmm.
Is that his title?
Yes, it's his title. Yeah. And Robin Ventura will pinch hit for Bubba Trammell. He takes a strike.
Quite a move by the Red Sox. They claimed Brandon Lyon off waivers from the Blue Jays and thought he had the stuff to be a closer. He does have 5 saves. This is a save situation.
And Ventura quickly down 0-2 in the count. Yankee pinch hitters this year, 2 for 14. Ventura 1 for 5.
You know, it's getting to the ninth inning that's been the problem for the Red Sox, because once they lead, they're like the Yankees. I mean, they're 23-1 when they lead after 8.
.93-mile-an-hour fastball by line. Red Sox had a closer last year, Urbina, and they did not want to spend the money to keep him. Strike 3, inside corner. Ventura down looking. So Urbina went to Texas, and they've been holding open tryouts for the closer this year.
Here's the pitch from Lyon that Tim Cheetah said moved back across the inside corner. Good late movement and a nice job of framing it by Jason Varitek.
Here's Soriano with 1 out, nobody on. Foul back. Soriano, another multi-hit game, 2 for 4. The first pitch of the game, he hit over the green monster for a home run. His 13th of the year. And the count 0-2, so a high slider he swings through.
Impressive by Brandon Lyon. It's not always the stuff that makes a good closer. It's, you know, can he handle the pressure of pitching the ninth inning without a safety net behind you? You know, you're the guy. I mean, they battled here for 3 hours, 17 runs, 22 hits, and it's up to you to get the job done. You look at the Minnesota bullpen, for example, they have 3 quality left-handers. They have J.C. Romero, Johan Santana, and Eddie Guardado. Guardado probably does not have as good a stuff as the other 2, but yet he's the closer because he can handle pitch in the ninth inning.
And the 1-2. He struck him out.
Certainly looks like Brandon Lyon can handle pitching the ninth inning also. Nice overhand curveball. And the Fenway crowd, which has kind of been stunned through the first 2 games of this series, the last half of this one has made some noise, and now they get to their feet.
35,007 looking for the final out of this game. Here's Jeter. Blowing away. Jeter is 2 for 4. An RBI and a run scored and a stolen base. Rocketed the other way, and the count 1-1. Jeter fouled it off twice, and the count 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Brandon Lyon strikes out the side, nails down a 10-7 victory for the Red Sox, and the Red Sox used 5 pitchers, some big hits, awful relief pitching by the Yankees to move into a first-place tie in the American League East.
I tell you, that was some impressive finish by Brandon Lyon. So if the Red Sox can find some pitchers to get to him, they may have their closer.
And the Yankee bullpen tonight, 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 walks. And that equals a 10-7 Red Sox win. We'll come back to wrap it up.
Came around.
from.
Looking for a workout? Go to the gym. But your friends at Gardner Chevrolet Cadillac in Manahawkin believe that auto shopping should be anything but a workout. For over 30 years, the Gardner family has been serving Ocean County with the best new certified and used car selection, competitive prices, the latest factory incentives, and the finest authorized service. At Gardner, you'll get it all without the highway hustle. So stop in today and relax. You'll see why your friends and neighbors have made Gardner their dealer of choice. Gardner Chevrolet Cadillac, Parkway Exit 63 on Route 72 in Manahawkin.
You know I wouldn't leave you with just anyone. We'll be fine. Just for a little while.
95% of all drivers are really attached to their cars. That's why at Goodyear Gemini, we treat your car right. We give you upfront pricing and back every repair with a nationwide warranty. No wonder more people trust their cars to Goodyear Gemini.
I missed you so much.
Quality Tire and Muffler since 1983, now with 2 locations to serve you.
Need credit? Get it at badcreditsowhat.com. At badcreditsowhat.com, we know life can sometimes be tough. That's why we always accept your application, regardless of past credit history. Divorce? So what? Bankruptcy? So what? Previous medical bills? So what? Got a job? Get a car. Every make, every model. Log on now or call 1-800-NEXT-LOAN. That's 1-800-NEXT-LOAN. Badcreditsowhat.com. We gotta give you credit. It's our job.
A seesaw game, and the Yankees end on the bottom end of the seesaw tonight as the Red Sox beat the Yankees by a 10-7 score. 10-11-1 for the Red Sox, 7-11-0 for the Yankees. Alan Embry, the win for the Red Sox. He's 3-1. The loser is Jose Contreras. First game back since being called up from the minor leagues. His first major league loss, he's 1-1. Brandon Lyon, impressive in the 9th inning, striking out all 3 batters. His 6th save of the year. Time of the game were fairly unmanageable, 3 hours and 1 minute. Varitek 1 for 3, a 2-run home run for the Red Sox, and Garcia Power extended his hitting streak to 21 straight, 2 for 4, 2 ribbies, and a run scored. Well, the Yankees won the first night 7-3. Red Sox won tonight 10-7. There's a flat-footed tie again atop the American League East. The tiebreaker tomorrow, Clemens against Wakefield. Coming up on the Yes Network, the Nissan New York Yankees postgame with Fred Hickman and Susan Waldman, featuring complete analysis of tonight's game. Special thanks to our producer Kevin Smolin, director John Moore, and executive producer John Filippelli. Join us again tomorrow for Yankees baseball as the Bombers take on the Red Sox right here at Fenway Park.